And we are back with the brand new edition. What's up, party people? Hold on a second. Seems to be out of alignment. Okay, there we go. I'm a little late because I was preparing beans for dinner. I may not be Hispanic, but I killed the bean game, let me tell you. He says I make him like his mom. Hey, Rhea. Hey, Taylor Morgan. In case you are new here, my name is Jen. I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. I already know that sounds good to you, so go ahead and click that follow button. Also, if you are interested in bypassing yourself because you know yourself, hey, Angela, and you want me to manifest your SP for you because I'm good at it, then I will go ahead and do that. All links are in my bio, guys. Also, if you want a one-on-one coaching session with me so we can figure out where you're going wrong so we can fix it and get it right, then that's what we're going to do for you, okay? And I lay out a plan for you. We recreate your SP on the spot, and I lay out an entire plan for you so you're good to go. Okay, also, I have a free WhatsApp community. If you're interested in joining the free WhatsApp community, go ahead and join us. There's a form to fill out so you can adhere to the community guidelines. We're getting all professional around here, you know what I mean? To weed out the weirdos. Also, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So if you ever miss a live, don't even trip. I got your back. I already put it every day on my YouTube channel. So while you're there, go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, let's get it popping. Also, go ahead and mute the volume. I don't really give a shit, but the lives are long as crap. So play them in the background. Help me get my watch hours up so I can help other people by having YouTube push my videos out to get everybody to realize that everything they basically have been told about the law of assumption is wrong. So there we go. Okay. Hey, Lisa girlfriend. Hey, Minjazz. So I will have to tell you guys, we have to talk. Our days are flipped. What'd you say here? So I'm about to go to sleep. Probably gonna see. Okay, Jack. Well, I'll have to take a look because that's what we have to have a little chatty chat, okay? Because as I'm texting with you guys and listening to all you, what part of, this is what I'm really confused about. What part of Don't Force a 3D do you not understand? I'm pretty sure I make it very clear to not force a 3D. It doesn't work. Excuse me. Every time you force a 3D, it backfires every freaking time. So, and then on top of that, then you guys, not only do you force a 3D, but then you ask questions. Hey, Glitter Sparkles. But then you ask questions. And you want to be like, do you miss me? And then you're upset when you don't get the answer you're looking for. And then you want to quit, give up, fold. Minjazz, forcing the 3D is, hey, Nicole, forcing the 3D is where you basically are, so if I was to tell you to text your SP right now, if you know that they would respond and you know how they would respond, like tonality wise, that's not forcing the 3D. What is forcing the 3D is you blowing their shit up, is you confessing your love to them, telling them how much you miss them and how great you are and you wish they'd take you back and so you can be together. That shit's forcing the 3D. Going to their house, you know, and just texting them when you're not supposed to. Hey, Matthew Bestie, okay, when you're not supposed to, okay? It's not that you can't text them, right? It's not that you can't call them, but I advise against it unless you can answer the fact that, yes, you know they would respond and you know how they would respond. If you don't know that, then you're not expecting specific person, your perfect person. That's not what you're expecting. Hey, Sibo, I'm going to give you a call right after this live today, okay? I'll call you on WhatsApp. There you go. Well, if you're going to call yourself out. Hey, Dade, bestie. For the Wendy all the way to the 10. Yeah, see, that's the problem is... You guys are mistaking getting impatient with, let me reach out to them because I'm so fucking impatient. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. Okay? It doesn't matter, Dave. You have to persist. You have to keep going. Okay? You have to keep going. Hey, Marlev. Okay? Because you're getting the results, right? So you were doing it Right? You were robotically affirming this weekend and got the results for half, but now no communication because you're wavering. Okay, this is where a lot of your guys' problems is you guys set these unrealistic, in my opinion, expectations. And then you get upset when it's not fulfilled. Right? So it's like, oh, I texted him and we've been talking, but he didn't text me back in 30 minutes, and that's just not acceptable to me. He's at work. I know he's at work, but it's just not acceptable to me that he hasn't talked to me, that he hasn't texted me back yet. The fuck? What are you talking about? You know, there's a difference between wanting what you want and there's this thing called patience, right? Getting what you want. How do you know that man is not busy at work? God forbid. I mean, it's literally called work, okay? It's how he makes his money. So God forbid that man is busy at the moment, did not respond to you in 2 seconds. That's fucking stupid. That is so stupid because now here you are wavering in your thoughts. Hey, Ashley, like, well, he didn't text me back right away, so, you know, that's not acceptable to me. Okay, then that's fine. But what are you telling yourself the entire time you're waiting for him to text you back? And then he texts you back. Then you want to go and you text him again. Because some of you guys just be sitting on your phones. Ask me how I know that. I'll text you, like, literally 2 seconds later, there's a response. And so some of you guys be sitting on your phones, which is fine. But you have to understand that when you're at work, are you sitting on your phone all day long? No. So it's unrealistic for you to expect your boyfriend to. Like, he has to make money, honey. How can he take you on dates if he's losing his job? Because you want him to text you all fucking day long. Like he's unemployed. Like he has no life. God forbid this person goes out. Like, you know, hangs out with his buddies. Like, God forbid that happens. Like, you know, this is where you guys have to grow up. This is where a lot of your behavior, you need to grow up, you know, because you're doing wild things. And this is the problem. Yes, we do, best creator. It's technically no, not everybody does, depends. But if you need to jump on a call because you think that you have a specific, unique situation, we can do that. Okay. So he was working. Brother was on his way here, got a call. Now he is by a restaurant. Marlove, I swear to God, you need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. God forbid this man gets a call, okay? You're about to go fucking on vacation with this man for an entire week. Okay, maybe he has some things and he's going to be gone. So maybe he has some things he's got to wrap up before he goes out of town with, you know, you and his family. God forbid he might have some things that he needs to wrap up with work because he's going to be gone. You need to stop. Stop now. Okay? You need to persist because you've proven to yourself over and over and over again what a badass bitch you are. So what are you doing? What are you doing? You need to stop because this is like relationship 101 because you need to learn to knock that shit off now. You have to knock it off now because you cannot be viewing every female coworker in his life as competition, as the priority in your relationship, as the obstacle between you and your SP, because you're going to prove yourself right 100% of the time. So what do you want to be proven right about, right? Stop viewing female coworkers as an obstacle standing between you and SP. Stop it now. You need to stop. Because you cannot live the rest of your life like that. Paranoid because God forbid what's the game plan? You know, God forbid something comes up and he can't see for an hour and now all of a sudden you're upset. You need to knock that shit off. Stop it. Stay the path. Stay focused. And do what the fuck I told you to do. Okay? Thank you, Marlove. Hey, Wendy. Hey, baby. Let's see here. What else we have? Hey, unapologetically me queen. Hey, Janelle, girl. Oh, I know it's a gutter trash. But would you like her to go away? That's what did we talk about? What did we talk about? That's just a female coworker, so why would I refer to her as gutter trash? I know who, I fucking talk to you. I know who the hell you're referring to. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know who you were referring to, bitch. Good, Amanda, good. Okay, that's where y'all need to get a fucking grip. Okay, Justnia. Oftentimes, the reason this works, hey, blue glass butterfly, oftentimes the way that will work is if you're manifesting an old ex back without that being your intention, is I want you to take a look at, if I was to ask you to describe the one that's conforming, go ahead, describe him to me. What would you have said? What are things that you know about him? And then now compare to things that you know, and don't lie to yourself. What are things that you know or don't know about the one that you're manifesting, consciously manifesting, the one that you want? And how would you describe him? Just naturally. Not the new version. How would you describe the old version? You'll see the descriptions are very different. Okay, and the things that you know, if you're honest with yourself, the things that you know about the SP that's conforming would be probably different than the one that's maybe not, if that makes sense. And so if you were to compare the two, you'll notice, like, if I was to ask you to text your old ex, do you know if he would respond? Do you know how he would respond? Well, that's probably why he's conforming. Okay, so it's an easy fix. You have to look at things that you know about your current ex, that's the old ex, and then you have to look at how you're describing him, things that you know to be true about him, things that you know, like I know he would text me if I needed him to. I know he would respond to me. I know he'd come see me. I know he'd do this. I know he'd do that. Right? So take a look at the old ex, and now take a look at SP, and take everything that you know about old ex and put it into SP. Take the description of old ex, go ahead and pop that into SP. Right? But different. And then when you're affirming, say his name. Okay? That's the only reason I would recommend you say their name, is if someone else is conforming and not the one that you want. We've had a couple people where that happens to them. Hey, Jenna girl, I'm responding to you today, bitch. Of course he's texting right now. Why wouldn't he, Minjaz? Why wouldn't he? He's literally texting you right now. Because he wants you. And he's thinking about you all day long. I have a lot of them. But probably my favorite one is the one that I talk about often. And that is the person who went from being told in December that there's never going to be a you and I, get over it, we'll never be together again, when she tried to force a 3D. To then, she did exactly then she found my lives. She did exactly what I told her to do. We had 2 coaching calls. She did exactly what I told her to do. And in 2 weeks went from don't talk to me ever again to living with her SP. Getting back together and the whole bit and living with him. In 2 weeks. The other person went from no contact to fully back in a relationship in 4 days. My favorite success story is, if I'm going to be honest, is mine. It's mine. I manifested my SP from no contact to fully living with me in a matter of 4 weeks. Okay. So when people do what I say to do, it works. It works. They're getting movement. They're getting progress, right? Because they're changing how they see their SPs. This is the problem with everybody else. Everybody else in the law of assumption tell you to just affirm, live in the end, just decide and affirm. It's not that simple. It's not simple. If you're in no contact to living in the end of marriage, is like, what? It's not easy to do that. Now, if you're a master bitch and you can do that, then great. But most people, that's not realistic advice. And I only give realistic advice around here, right? Because you've been subconsciously manifesting your entire life. Your entire life, you've been manifesting, okay? But it's been subconsciously on autopilot. So now that you learn about the law, now you are consciously manifesting, right? You're taking control of what you're manifesting. So because you're consciously manifesting, It puts you in more control over what shows up and what doesn't show up. But it also causes a lot of you guys to get in your own goddamn way, right? Because you're consciously manifesting. A lot of you are trying way too hard. And I've told you a million times that I need you guys to, oh yeah, I got to post that Rampage today in the affirmation help group. But I told you guys 1,000,001 fucking times, and now consider this 1,000,002 times, that you should all take a look at your affirmations and you need to ask yourself how many of these affirmations, if any of them, are suggesting movement. Your affirmations should be curated in a way that you have always, constantly, every day, daily, something like that. Should be a decent amount. It should be, I'm not saying every one of your affirmations need to imply that, but you need to have some of them there that are implying movement. I talked to somebody today. No affirmations were implying. She's like, I haven't seen any movement. I said, what are your affirmations? And she told me your affirmations. I said, not a single one of those affirmations is implying movement at all. So if you're not implying movement, then what the hell are you doing, right? You're not seeing any movement because you're not asking for movement. You're asking for stalker type behavior, right? Where they're just going to look at you from afar. You know, I don't want that. Hey AJ, I don't want somebody who's just going to sit there and watch my profile all day long. No, I want you to reach out to me, right? Which is why rampaging works so well, because instead of because you guys should only have 4 to 5 affirmations max for SP. That's it. Now, SP is different than gutter trash, okay? You should have 4 or 5 affirmations max when it comes to gutter trash. But there's other things that we want specifically. So then that's where the Rampage comes in. That's where you have 10 to 12 affirmations or 20 affirmations that you put all together and you group them all together and you just run through them, right? That still, some of those are implying movement. A lot of you guys forget the movement part and then you gotta get bitchy and frustrated that you ain't getting movement. Hope that makes sense. That doesn't make sense, okay? So this is where most of you guys go wrong, is you're flipping it. I tell you guys, you can't flip this, okay? You cannot put affirmations here as the top priority, because if all you had to do, I tell you guys this every day, if all you had to do was affirm, like the law of assumption community tells you, if all you have to do is affirm and persist in your affirmations, then 100% of people would have their SPs back. In fact, you'd have everything you wanted. But that's not the case, because when it comes to SPs specifically, you have to, it's how you see them. It is literally how you see them. You can ask the people that are getting movement. That's exactly what they'll tell you. That's the defining point, was the version of their SP they were selecting. See, a lot of you guys, when you come in through the law of assumption community, right? Most of the time you learn about manifesting. You learn about the law of attraction bullshit. Okay? Then you wise up and come across law of assumption, right? And so then it's all about robotically affirming. Okay, but when it comes to SPs, you have to see them differently, because here's the thing, you're affirming, right? Because you think affirming is all you have to do. That's top priority. So you're too busy affirm while you're looking at SP as being an asshole. While you're looking at your current reality not being how you want it to be. And so then law of assumption coaches will tell you just to ignore the 3D. Ignore the 3D and just affirm. Okay, but you're still seeing your SP as not the perfect person for you. Guys, I gotta put you on pause for a sec. I need to go turn on this fucking fan because I am like, it's hot. Hold on. Okay, so that's really the problem is, the law of assumption community will act like recreating your SP is an option, like it's a bonus. No, it's not. It is a requirement, okay? Because you cannot ignore your 3D but still assume that your SP is ghosting you. Because again, ignoring the 3D is not realistic advice, because it's what you're fucking living in. You know what I'm saying? So it's not realistic advice, which is why I don't tell you all to just ignore the 3D, just ignore the 3D, just ignore the 3D. I don't tell you that. And the reason for that is because that's not realistic. You're living here. So I teach you how to leverage and how to control it. Okay? But the only way you're going to see something different in your 3D is if you start seeing your SP differently than the current person they are today. The guy that doesn't want to talk to you, doesn't want anything to do with you. That's a problem, because over and over again, that is the version you guys are selecting, because you guys are reacting to fucking everything under the sun. You're reacting. They didn't text me back right away. He said he would call me when he got off of work, and bitch, I know what time he gets off of work, and he didn't call me back. What? Okay. So what? So what? You need to get over that shit. That's such childish bullshit. You need to get over it. Hey, Erica, girlfriend, because how do you grow? How do you evolve if you still can't stop reacting over the fact that they didn't text you in 30 minutes? Like, that's not realistic. That's not a relationship. And you guys are forgetting that. You're forgetting that. Okay? He's not your child. Okay? He's not your child. So you need to see him as your perfect boyfriend, no matter what he's doing right now, no matter what's happening. Well, good, Wendy, because for all you know, there are literally some friends that left him there. Absolutely, you have to. You have to. Why do you ask? Good. Good, Wendy. Good. Don't react. And because all of a sudden those will be gone. He won't even have to say anything. He'll probably explain it to you anyway. And like, oh yeah, she was there with her boyfriend. She could have literally been a female that went there with her boyfriend. And she just left that shit there. Maybe they had some drinks and they just left that shit there. People leave things at my house all the time. And it doesn't mean that they're anything other than a friend. I think you guys are forgetting that. I think you're forgetting that. You constantly have to select perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend, perfect boyfriend. I will not waver from perfect boyfriend, because why would you want anything other than that? Right? And not react in your thoughts, not react verbally, not ask questions you don't want to know the answer to, because you wouldn't need to ask the question. And you sit there and affirm for what you want. Only really affirming for what you want. Well, I did it as much as I could. I still do it as often as I can. Why? Because why not? Why not? Why do I want to sit there and flip my thoughts all day long? Why do I want to do that? I don't want to do that. It sounds exhausting. So instead, I'd rather just affirm. And like I told you guys, if you guys feel inclined to go on somebody's social media, right? Your SP social media or Good or Trash's social media, because you can't help yourself, then affirm through it. Why you're snooping? Affirm. Because you can't possibly react to what you see online if you're affirming through it, right? Because your subconscious mind doesn't know what you're looking at. So if you're affirming the entire time that you're on the social media, then there's no damage done. But you can't read into stupid shit. You cannot read into stupid shit. At some point in time, I think you guys forget this, at some point in time, you need to start trusting your boyfriend, because why on earth would you want to date a cheater, a liar, and somebody who hides things from you? Why would you want that? But that's what you create, because you overanalyze every fucking thing they do. Of course, Freedom, of course your SP came to apply for Spain with you. So... wow. Now I have to change what I'm telling him. Because now I have to change what I'm telling him. Because I don't know why the fuck the forms aren't working. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'll fix it. I will fix it today. Yeah, I just literally addressed that. I said, I don't know why the hell the forms aren't working. But like in my Google Drive, I have one of the forms there. And so I clicked like anyone with a link can access it, but I don't know why it's not working. So let me go right after my live while I'm talking to people. Let me go and check it out and fix it. I'll have it fixed today. I don't know what the fuck. Clearly, I'm not as tech savvy as I think I am. So Frida, now I have to figure out what, well, it depends. Okay, so you're saying that in order for, and clarify this in the comments, okay? So you're saying that in order for him, hey, MKD girl, you're saying that in order for him to, in order for you both to move to Spain together, that you guys have to have a marriage equivalent. And that's difficult. Why would that be difficult? So is there any other way for you guys to move to Spain without that? That's what I need to know. So therefore I can now move to the next step. Because what do you think I was telling Honey Bunny? So now he's done what I told him. So now I need to, you understand that she wasn't talking to her SPs, right guys? She wasn't, read that message again. She wasn't even talking to her SP. And then all of a sudden, she asked me to manifest for her, and she's clearly playing her part, okay? Got back in contact, talk all the time, right? They talk often, or they're talking, and they spent a weekend together. This was just last week, guys. They spent a weekend together, and she was nervous about should she bring up Spain to him, and I told her what to do, and now he just went to go apply for Spain with her. They had an appointment for Wednesday. And he showed up. She wasn't sure if he's going to come. So I told him, oh no, you're going to apply for Spain. You're going to Spain. So now there's a bump in the road, and that's totally fine. So now we have to figure out a way around it. Okay? So I want to hear from you if there's something okay, here we are. Yes, there are other ways for him to move with me to Spain. It's difficult because government times here. Okay, first of all, Frida, stop saying things are difficult. Okay, stop saying things are difficult. Okay, because that will prove true, right? That will prove true, but send me a message. Let me know what other ways you're able to move to Spain together, okay? And then I will figure out the next step for you. You're going to keep affirming, first of all. Keep doing what you're doing, right? And then you're going to, and then we're going to figure out the next step so that he can, so then we'll figure out the next step so that he can move to Spain with you. Because he's already done what I told him, so now I got to tell him something else. Because I knew that was the biggest hurdle for you. Okay, so I'm working on all you bitches. But I feel like we need to have a little group chat. Okay, that's probably a good idea. Kirst, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, okay? But let's figure that out, okay? Gish. So the way that works is I ask for what's your current status between you and your SP. I already basically know what you want, you know. I give you some advice on how to recreate your SP, and then I have a little chat with your SP every day. Okay, I do the photo method with your SP, but the difference is I don't have any resistance to your SP. Okay, so because of that, they conform rather quickly if you're playing your part. Okay, and you have to persist. Like, you have to persist, because I'll bring them to your door, but you have to keep them, right? And I can't control the version of your SP that shows up. Okay, so I would need to know the, so that's why we recreate your perfect boyfriend. And if you'll persist in that version only while you're affirming, because I still need you to maintain, because the reason why I still recommend that you affirm while I'm doing this is because you have to do things differently, right? Is because what's the game plan? That's right. Don't bring them right to your bed, bitch. Is what's the game plan? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if I initiate and tell them to contact you. Let's say they call you today. What are you going to do? Right? You have to persist. Okay? You have to do your part and persist in perfect boyfriend only the way you want them to be for you. Right? Because then that's what you're going to get more of. I don't stop at contact. But you have to play your part. Okay? Because if you want perfect boyfriend to show up, then you have to see him as that version and you'll get that version. Okay? So, there's that. The link's in the bio. No, Casper, no. Don't set that assumption, okay? Because I'm not going to say no, don't work on self-concept, okay? However, I hate some people that make it sound like self-concept is everything when it comes here. It's not. It's designed to put you on that pedestal, okay? So you should, and really, there's such an easy way to bypass self-concept, okay? By saying, I have a great self-concept. I literally have a great self-concept. I have a great self-concept. Your subconscious mind knows what that is for you. Okay, so you can literally just umbrella the whole shit and be like, I have a great self-concept. Versus being like, I am worthy of love. I am, I deserve everything I want from men, or women in your case, is I am good enough. I am always chosen. I am the prize. So instead of going through all that shit, it's like, why don't you say you have a fucking great self-concept or I have a perfect self-concept. My self-concept is top notch. Okay. I think I don't ever create assumptions in you that are bad for you, right? That don't help you. So I would not say self-concept is super important when manifesting your SP, but what you should have a stellar self-concept in general. You should have good self-concept, right? Because you do have to see yourself as the one being desired, as the one being chosen by your SP, the one that they want to be with, as like no one compares to me. Okay? Because when you do that, in life, when people try to tell you something else, when people try to tell you about yourself, it doesn't fucking bother you. Like me. People try to tell people have no life. Some people have no life. And their entire mission in life is to try and tear people down. It's like they wake up in the morning, they're like, how the fuck can I tear people down today? How can I just be an asshole to people? Like that, and like just be miserable. Like that's what they wake up on, a misery kick. And I love you, Casper. And so because of that, when people try to come for me all the time. And I'll address them too. I could block them, but for what? I'll address them, and then I'll wait till they listen to my message and see it, then I'll block them. To just, for my own sanity, because I'm not going to go back and fucking forth. I do call their ass out. I have no problem doing that. So, because nobody's going to bully me in my own fucking house. Nobody's going to ever try to tell me about who the fuck I am in my own house. No. Somebody's upset because I blocked him here on TikTok. Then I blocked him by text messages. But I think people forget. They try to say they have receipts. I said, have receipts about what? What do you have a receipt about? I was told this yesterday. He left some stupid comment on my YouTube video. And he's like, she's a liar. I have receipts. I'm like, okay. I try to help you out. He paid $20 for the Manifest Your SP by Valentine's Day masterclass I did. That's it. But I wanted to help him out when this whole shit hit the fan in our WhatsApp community a couple weeks ago. And so I wanted to help him out, and I thought it'd be nice. And so I was like, hey, why don't I call you sometime this week? That's literally what I said. Did I have to? No, I did not. But things came up. I had family issues and different things came up, so I didn't get a chance to call him. That's what your receipts are about, because I was going to be the nice person and call you for free. Oh, because don't trip. I have receipts because I keep all text messages. So while you want to sit there and say you have receipts, trust me, I can guarantee you they're not anywhere compared to mine. With your hate speeches going off in all my fucking text messages. So I said, I was like, so do what you got to do. But there's this thing called defamation of character and slander. You might want to read up on it. But the problem is people are unstable and he lives near me. So there's that. There's that. And again, he's just mad because he couldn't manifest me. Sorry. Anyway. So yeah, I have no problem calling people out on their bullshit all day long. I don't really give a shit because I have nothing to hide. And I think people forget that. Like, I'm very much an ethical person full of integrity. So if you think that you are going to ever come for me and try to tell me about who the fuck I am, I don't think so. I don't think so. But what part of I play the petty game better don't you understand? Yeah, Carolyn, he paid $20 for a master class. That was it. And so he joined the master class, but he was upset because I stopped texting him back because he kept texting me after the master class saying, hey, if I can't get my SP back, then I'll just manifest you. Like, he was hitting on me. I have a boyfriend. So I stopped responding. And I told him, I said, no, I have a boyfriend. So why don't you just focus on manifesting? So there's that part. I was like, it's $20. So what? What receipts? I called him hot guy on my fucking webinar, so you guys know who I'm talking about. Hey, Andre. So I'm just like, people fucking annoy me. People annoy me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I said, you sound like a bona fide stalker. So I reported him to YouTube, and I attached my receipts and said he's harassing me. So there's that. And then I had to hit him with the legal aspect of things. Oh no, yeah, he went later and put it on my fucking YouTube too. So I said, I do have a legal team. You do understand that. I was like, and I promise they'll outbeat you. Anyway, people are pathetic. Some people are very pathetic on the internet. But that's why my daughter has a backbone. She's like, I don't understand how people get bullied on the internet. She goes, why do they care what people have to say? I said, amen, sis. I agree. I agree, because I don't give a shit. So that was a really long answer for you, Casper, on why self-concept is important for you to have, right? Because haters will hate, trolls will be trolls, but they don't get under my skin. You can find it in, the link is in my bio. It's my name. But the link's in my bio, so if you click on the link, you'll see a YouTube channel there. That's where I post all the replays here, and then I'm going to make some video content probably this weekend. I don't know. But anyway, there's always going to be. That's right. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what people don't realize is I'll be petty all day. So if you want to come for me. And it's so funny you actually said microman, Taylor, because that's literally what me and my admin said, that we were going to manifest for people that want to, be morons on the internet. I'm petty, so I'm like, checkmate. How's that performance coming along since you can't get it up anymore? So anyway, back on track now. You know, I actually, my best friends are gay. I love gay people. I think they're amazing. Your username is so ironic. I wrote my SP that during his live stream. Brahma, I really hope you are not spamming your fucking boyfriend's live stream with nonsense. I really hope you're not. It's cool if you want to engage, like my people engage, right? But I hope you're not confessing your love on his live stream. I want SP to start focusing on me more. I'm going to start from that. Yeah, Rhea. Okay, so a lot of you guys have this problem. A lot of you guys don't see yourself as a priority to your SPs. Okay, so in one of your rampage, part of your rampage should say, "I'm always his top priority," or like, "I'm always his only priority." Right? Because a lot of you guys don't. You guys see everyone else as a priority in their lives except for you, even their jobs. Like, you'll see their jobs as more important than you. You'll see their children as more important than you. Their family is more important than you. Their friends is more important than you. Their coworkers are more important than you. Hell, at this point, a lot of you guys think their sleep is more important than you. Y'all need to change that shit. Ooh, good, Amanda. Good bitch. Okay, y'all need to change that crap. Is where you need to all start saying, yeah, Tabitha did say it. You have to change that, okay? Into seeing, what's it called? You have to change that into seeing a, oh, I got your, what is it, a picture? Oh yeah, I got your picture, girl. Okay, so you have to see yourself as being that priority. What prima donna? What prima donna? What? I'm working on your SP, but are you playing your fucking part? Be honest. Be honest. Because I'll know. Oh, I'll know. So you guys have to understand that. Yeah, I'm going to put that together today. I forgot, and I meant to do that. So, I meant to do that. So anyway, I want you guys as part of your rampage to put yourself, and I'll put the sample one in the affirmations help, and I'll pin it to the top today. I'll put like 2 different ones in there based on, you know, well, you can pick bits and pieces of them. I don't really give a shit. Mold it. But that's a big problem. So a lot of people that I've worked with, right, like on one-on-one coaching calls, is they don't see themselves as a priority. They see everybody else in their lives, their jobs and everything as a priority over them. And so like, well, he's just so busy with work all the time. And then when he's off of work, he's got his children, or he's tired, this, that, and the third, right? And I said, so when are you going to start saying you're the priority? Okay, so when they start affirming that, no, I'm his only priority, I'm his top priority, all of a sudden the man isn't as busy as he thought. Right? All of a sudden, he's still, you know, somebody just posted that today. Or, I don't know, yesterday, the day before. Right? That's what I told her to say. Well, he went from, I'm so busy at work, to, let me come over and just hold your hand and spend some time with you during his busy ass fucking day. Because that's the thing. You guys just accept whatever the fuck they tell you. You just accept it. And I know because you got, I'm having the worst hair day ever. I know you guys do this because my text is full of that shit. He said this. Well, he told me this. Do you think I give a shit? And then my response always goes something like this. What the fuck are you talking about? I literally shove down your throats every fucking day. Who gives a shit what they say? Who cares what they say? They're only reflecting your inner conversations, your thoughts, which is telling me all I need to know. You're obviously inconsistent in your thoughts. That's usually how my response goes. Because who gives a shit what they tell you? Who cares? Well, I'm busy with work. I had a bad day at work. Okay, I am. First of all, why are you upset about that? Second of all, it's like, okay, cool. He's busy at work, not too busy for me, because I'm the only priority. Then all of a sudden, he went from slammed at work to all of a sudden making time to come see you. Oh, now he didn't come see me after work because he's always exhausted after work. Nope, no, I don't think so. It doesn't matter how tired he is. He still always makes time for me. He always makes time for me. I'm the priority. Well, then all of a sudden they're going to go from being exhausted after work and wanting to go home and go to bed and not come see you to, hey, honey, what are you doing tonight? Okay, I had a busy day at work, but I'm going to come by. That's literally how this works. You have to see yourself as that priority. Yeah, Kirst, I do. I wasn't doing that, but because I was taking calls at first, so then I would curate them on the call. But since I have the form now, that hopefully is working, but now that I have the form, I'm going to switch it to that. Okay. And reply to you with the affirmations based on your current situation, which for the love of God, please don't leave me 25 paragraphs. I don't need a whole backstory. Here's the thing. If you're having me manifest for you, I don't need the backstory because I don't give a shit, right? I don't care. In fact, I prefer not to have the backstory. I just say, tell me what is your current, AKA, hence the word current situation with your SP. Are you in and I even give you an example. Are you in contact or no contact? And then I give you room to, I did give you a paragraph to respond. So I give you room to describe it. So it's like, okay, instead of saying we're in contact, it's like, we're in contact, but it's not consistent contact. Or yeah, we talk every day, but that's it. You know, and he sees me on the weekends. You know, some kind of context of where you're currently at with your SP, because then I curate affirmations based on that for you, okay, to move forward. Okay. Yes, you see, rampaging is different than doing the news story. The news story is something that you guys would like describe your SP, and you would like maybe read it in the morning and at night, right? And then throughout the day, you just persist in perfect SP. And then rampaging is where you take like, because a lot of you guys will have like 20, 30, hell, some of you guys have a whole page of affirmations. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. That's not how this works, right? So instead it's like, no. You have 4 to 5 affirmations that you use consistently, your main set of affirmations, and then you may have 20 other affirmations that are a rampage. And that's something that you would just say twice a day. You don't really need to say it like all the time. Okay, so because you'll notice they will start to conform to what's in your rampage as well, right? So it's like I was not robotically affirming all day long that he texts me good morning every single day. That's fucking stupid, right? So instead, I would say he's always calling and texting me. But in my rampage, I would say my main affirmations. Then I would say, so it goes something like this. He is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He texts me good morning every single day. He is constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be in a relationship with me right now. He worships the ground that I walk on. He loves to buy me gifts. He buys me flowers every single week. He treats me like a queen. I'm the only one he wants to be with. No one compares to me. He cannot imagine his life without me in it. He wants to be with me. He wants to spend the rest of his life with me. He wants to marry me. He wants to be with me forever. See what I'm saying? So there were like 20 affirmations all in a rampage. So it wasn't the story mode about SP. It was things that I wanted from him. So even though I wasn't affirming, robotically affirming, he texted me good morning every single day, he still started doing that. And I knew that it was my affirmation because it would be 2 p.m. and I'd get a good morning text when that man was awake a long time ago. So actually somebody said that she started saying that. And that's how you'll know it's your affirmation, because they'll do it at random ass times. I think she sent me a message. I think she said, I started saying that on my rampage and he texted me good morning. It was like 7 p.m. Right. Or they'll say things like, yeah, I'm not, or he would tell me that he told somebody like, yeah, I'm going to talk to her forever. Like, I'm never going to not stop talking to her. Right. And that was, he can't imagine his life without me in it. Okay. So they'll start to do other things. I don't know what you said to my honey bunny, but last night he texted me, don't suddenly say. That's why I won't tell you guys when I have a chat when it comes to your SPs. Okay? Because it's much more enjoyable for me. I'm petty. It's much more enjoyable for me to have you guys tell me what they're saying and what they're doing and how they're acting. And I need to know. Right? See, that's where a lot of you guys get confused. Where you'll be like, can you manifest him for me? Sure. And then you'll be like, what's the update? Have you started yet? What's the update? Okay, first of all, what update are you looking from me? I'm not your boss. Okay? So like, what update is it you're expecting from me exactly? Like, have I gotten started? No, I get started, on everybody on April 1st. Yes, I will get started. And maybe I should tell you that. I mean, I thought that was obvious, right? But I get started, but I don't need to give you an update. You need to give me an update. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't send you a GPS tracking device and a nanny cam to put in your house so I can get my updates. Like, that's dumb. You should be giving me the update. And if you're not able to, that tells me that you're doing nothing but wavering. You're doing nothing but checking the 3D. You're questioning everything. But you know who is getting results? The ones that are like, oh, Well, this motherfucker doesn't stand a chance now. Oh, he's mine. Yeah. Being in the knowing. Being in the knowing, like, oh, this is going to work. This is great. It's working now. I'm good. So let me just go and carry my happy ass knowing. Let me do what I need to do, play my part, and just know that he's conforming. Those people are the ones that are getting massive results. Okay? Okay. But Flashy, your fucking text is funny. Why would you settle? Jen, is it forcing the 3D if my mom is asking me to text him? Bruh. Well, go ahead and comment here and say, yeah, apparently when I go on my walks, I cannot download, I can download the photos, but I can't upload them, so I have to go back. We'll see. If your mom is asking you to text him, that depends if it's forcing the 3D. Forcing the 3D is only what that text says. Okay? So if you're like, hey, how's it going? Just want to see how you were doing. That's not necessarily forcing the 3D. Now, if he texts you back and you shoot him back 15 text messages confessing your love to him and how much you miss him, that is now forcing the 3D. Or if you text him like, hey, wanted to see how you're doing, and he doesn't text you back. And so now you send him another text and another text, that's forcing the 3D. Okay? But why is your mom asking you to text him? I would assume there has to be some kind of reason for that. I'm assuming there has to be some kind of reason. Okay, so let me take, so you can tell me what the reason is. Plus, also answer the question, if you texted him, do you know if he would respond? Because here's the thing, I'm not saying don't text these people, right? However, you have to control, one, the text should be completely neutral, especially if you're not in contact, right? But two, the only reason I would advise against it is unless you can control your emotions, your thoughts about it, okay? So like if you text him and it's just regular conversation, if that man does not text you back in 6 hours, you cannot react. You cannot react. Okay, because this is how it always starts. It starts with a couple, and then it starts with a couple. Hours go by. Some of you, it'll be a couple minutes go by. A couple hours go by. You see that he opened it, but he hasn't responded. Now you're all in this shit. Now you're all in here, checking your phone, and in here, questioning everything. All that shit. Okay? You can't do that. You can't do that. Flashy, next time he sends you a message like that, send me a message. Okay? I would have texted a little bit different than what you said. But it's all right. It's all right. Okay? But that's the only reason why I would say don't text them, don't call them, is if you can't discipline this shit. Because they actually would. This is what you guys don't understand, is oftentimes they would actually text you back if you would control your thoughts after you send the text. Okay? If you would control your thoughts after sending the text, and let's say that you look at your phone because you're going to text somebody else, and in an hour, you can see that he read the shit, but he hasn't texted you back. As long as you just put your phone down and go about your happy ass fucking life, and you're like, yeah, it's fine. He's texting me back. He'll text me back today. I know he will text me back. I know he's going to text me back today. If that would be your analogy and your thought process, he would actually text you back. But that's not what you guys do. You'll either send another message or you'll be checking every fucking 30 minutes for a text back, which means that you don't know that he's going to text you back. Because you wouldn't need to check. You wouldn't need to check to see if he read your message. You wouldn't need to check none of that shit. Me and my boyfriend were talking about that shit today. Because I said, you don't reply to my Instagram reels, the ones that I'll send him, the funny ones. He goes, yeah, that's because because I've already seen them because you sent me one that was posted like 4 weeks ago. And I'm like, I don't ever care. I don't give a shit. Okay. Us women are the ones that feel like we need to reply to everything, right? Like they'll be like, hey, I'm going to the store, and we'll reply with, okay. Versus you'll text them and be like, I'm going to the store, and you'll see they read the shit. They don't feel like they have to reply to every damn message. So what's on the priority spectrum here? Do I want him to sit there on the phone all day long and text me, or do I want him to, take me out? I think that's a little bit more on the priority spectrum. Okay, so if you text them, you do have to control that mind, because he would text you back quickly, but the longer time goes by that he doesn't text you back, you get in here and then it amplifies and it amplifies and it amplifies, and now 2 hours turns into 6, amplified, amplifying, amplifying. Now 6 hours turns into 12. Oh, amplifying even more. Now you're furious. Amplifying in your thoughts. Now 24 hours turns into 2 whole ass days. Oh, now you're going nuts. Now 2 days turns into 7 days. Do I need to continue? That's why they don't text you back. Because in here, you don't think they will. In here, you're getting fucking pissed off at every damn thing they do or they don't do. So you need to get it grip. You need to stop doing that. You need to stop doing that. I don't know what part of that is unfucking clear. What part of that is unclear is to stop. And this is why you all need to practice now, because some of you guys, a fair amount of you guys are in no contact, right? However, a fair amount of you guys are in contact with SP, right? Like you'll be in contact with SP. A lot of you you're even seeing your SP, and you still can't control yourself. You still can't control your thoughts. Because here's the thing. Here's where a lot of you guys will go wrong. Here's where you guys will go wrong. You guys will sit there and you guys will say, I'm impatient. I can see the progress, but it's slow. Hey, Shar. Well, do you want it to speed up? Then you should probably stop saying it's slow. How the fuck could it get any faster if it's slow? If it's not progressing as quickly as I want it to? If that's what you keep telling yourself, well then, you're creating the snail pace. Do you want to be what's it called? The fucking tortoise? Or the bunny. Isn't that what it is? Tortoise and the hare? Okay, do you want to be the hare or the tortoise? No, Patriot. I was like, fuck that dude. No. That was a joke. No. I just had to go in there. This was not towards one specific person. It wasn't just about you, right? It was a couple people I was speaking to, which I didn't feel the need to, put everybody on blast. But there was a couple people that I was speaking specifically to. Oh, see, welcome to the jail. The warden will be there soon, Patriot. The warden will be there soon, aka me. But if you go back there a second time, the warden will only show up to let you out. But no, because people come through my lives to join the community, right? And what I can't have is people, because that's not the purpose of the community. What I'm never going to have is people not feeling safe in the community, safe to express themselves, safe to talk, right? Or any of that stuff. That I'm not going to tolerate. Okay. And so I'm not like, obviously right here, like I'm on live, right? And then I'm on coaching calls in the morning, and then I'm coaching calls after my live. So it's like, I'm not sitting in the WhatsApp group the entire time. Thanks, user. So because of that, I get told things, right? People will come into my DMs and talk to me. My admins will tell me, right? And so then I'm like, oh yeah, no, now let me go and address. But that's it. I told you guys we give you opportunity, but we have to look at it. It's called a community for a reason, right? It's for more than one person. Jen, what if SP has gutter trash? Then Patriot, that would go more into the admin, like Kamal, Mystical Willow, would be the one to answer those questions for you instead of in the group as a whole. Jen, what if SP has gutter trash and you are in... But that's why you and I are going to fucking hop on a call so we can clarify. Okay? So you'll know. It's not like a let me bitch at you call. It's like, what questions do you have? Let me answer them for you. Let's recreate your SP together, and let's give you some affirmations that are going to work for you. I need to take a look at everything that you have. And then I'm going to tell you how you're going to keep your SP. Okay? And then I'll tell you how it works. Okay? Okay, back to Chai Babe, gutter trash, and you are in communication, how to hold on to the new story of SP. Okay, perfect. So that was me, okay? But you cannot, you must persist in your affirmations while also affirming gutter trash to the dumpster, okay? So when you affirm gutter trash to the dumpster, and give her an identity that you want her to be for you, then you will create that wedge. She'll play her part very perfect, okay? So while that wedge is created, you're also affirming, you do not ever view gutter trash as the obstacle standing in between you and your SP being together. Don't do that, okay? Because whatever has to happen for your entire manifestation to become true will happen. Gutter trash has to go back to the dumpster. She can't stop it. No one can stop it if you'll persist. Same with you, Flashy. Same with you, everybody else. If you would remove gutter trash from being in competition with you and not see her, and even like I said yesterday, even if you don't see her as being an equal and in competition with you, you have to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, do I see gutter trash as the reason me and my SP can't be together or aren't together now? If that answer is yes, you can't see her that way. That's why we call them gutter trash. You cannot see them as being an obstacle because you keep the obstacle in place. If you're saying, well, me and him can't be together because of gutter trash. No, that's not true. That's not true. Gutter trash, if you'll affirm and you'll be consistent in your affirmations and not view, because the only reason for all of you that have gutter trash, the only reason gutter trash is still there is because you view her as the reason, as the person standing in between you and SP. Like, you're here, SP's here, and then gutter trash is here, and you're not seeing how you can get to SP because of gutter trash. You can't do that. You cannot do that because whatever has to happen for you guys to be in a relationship is going to happen. You won't worry about, you don't have to worry about the how. That's not your concern at all. I would have never guessed my how. Ever in a million years would I have guessed the how. Okay? But it didn't matter because if you affirm and you're persistent and you see you and your SP as being perfect together and him being your perfect SP, then she has to go. She has to go. Even if she's there all the way up until getting back in a relationship, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She will have to go to aid in the last step of your manifestation. Well, until you're together, then we have the next step, right? But she could stay. She very much could stay all the way up until relationship. Doesn't matter. Ask me how I know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Because whatever events have to transpire for that situation to go away, for you guys to be in a relationship, is exactly what's going to have to happen. It will play its course. You'll see the full play out. So you, Chai Babe, persist. And do not see her as that obstacle. Same with you, Flashy. Do not see gutter trash as an obstacle. As the reason you're not with your SP. Because if that's the case, you're keeping her right there. But you can be like, no, I don't think so. Okay, because it wasn't that, because it's, yeah, and take a look, be honest with yourself. If you see that as the reason why, then we need to eliminate that part. And you just need to persist and be like, no, there's nothing, circumstances don't matter. There's nothing standing in the way of me being with my SP. Nothing at all. And she will go away. Mine was because I was blamed for something I didn't do. So I've been proving my point. Yes, you have been proving your point. Doesn't it always suck? You know, when you're consciously manifesting, doesn't it suck sometimes when you can see, it play out? And they'll say some shit and you're like, damn it, I said that. And that's where a lot of you guys need to understand this. A lot of you guys need to understand this, is that there is oftentimes where they will give you an answer that doesn't make sense to you, that's confused, and they'll even tell you. So a lot of times they'll tell you they're confused, but they'll give you an answer that doesn't make sense to you, and that's because it's all you. You're not sure what they want, so therefore they tell you they're not sure what they want. Then you're not sure. You're confused about where this relationship is going. You're questioning where this relationship is going. Therefore, they tell you that they're not quite sure. Like, I don't know what I want. Like, this just isn't working out. I just don't feel. You're questioning if they still care about you, or if they want to be with you, or if they love you. So therefore, they tell you that the feelings just aren't there anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's what you're questioning in your fucking head that they're reflecting. And then you're like, well, that doesn't make sense because he told me this. But that doesn't make sense because a week ago he said this. I'm sure he did. Until you decide to question it. And now he's saying the opposite. It's up to you guys to change that shit around and to be consistent and to be consistent and to be consistent and to be consistent and to, be consistent. I hope so, Patriot. Paola, gutter trash is third parties, but we don't call them third parties here because that's gutter trash. Third parties implies competition? Nah. Gutter trash, on the other hand, implies no competition. Now, who competes with trash? We fell into that saying here. I said it, I think, one time, and I was like, I like that, actually. Prima donna, I saw your text come through for your affirmations. I'll take a look at them, but I need you, bitch, to play your part. Do you understand? Do you understand, prima donna? Although prima donna's great. She's you're all great, actually. SOS and called him. So embarrassing. Oh, Layla. Layla. See, that's I guess that's part of the problem is a lot of times you guys will force the 3D, and then you'll feel embarrassed about it after. Of course, why wouldn't you? Because you didn't, one, they didn't answer, or two, calling someone. It depends on the purpose of that call, right? Forcing the 3D is not texting someone or calling someone. It's the purpose and intention of that. That would be forcing the 3D, right? So like I had someone who, he wasn't responding. So she thought it would be great to send him messages throughout the day, or at least every day. And she's like, because I just wanted to stay on his mind, be top of mind. And so I told her, I said, some of you guys, I'm pretty sure I look like my boyfriend sent me a message yesterday when I was ripping your ass a new one in the fucking WhatsApp community. I always step outside. He goes, I can hear you inside yelling. I was like, whoops, don't want to get too loud, right? But a lot of you guys, like my response went something like this to her. I said, oh, okay. I said, so you think if you should call him, right? Because literally most of this shit, I just speak from a logical perspective, okay? And I said, okay, so let me get this straight. You thought if you texted and called him every single day, even though he wasn't replying, you thought that was a good idea so that you could stay on his mind, be top of mind. Hey, Raina. I said, so with that said, I said, exactly how did you want to stay on his mind? You wanted to stay on his mind as a psycho stalker? Is that what you wanted him to think? Like, damn, she's fucking annoying. Is that how you wanted him to be on his mind? Or did you want to be on his mind because he misses you and wants to know what you're doing and wants to talk to you? Is that how you wanted to stay top of mind? Because texting him every fucking day is not the vibe at all. It's not. Unless that's how you guys communicate and he's responding. If it's back and forth every day, cool. But if it's one direction, that's desperate ass energy. And who in the fuck wants to look desperate? I don't. I will never look desperate. Ever. Nina, take a look at be honest with yourself. Take a look at how you see take a look at how you're seeing other people. The ones that are texting you, the other people, how do you see them? What do you know about them? Hey, Amelia, now, how do you see and what do you know about your SP? You'll notice it's different. You'll notice it's different. No, Layla, right. I mean, as long as you are fine, okay? As long as you are fine with it, then you're good, okay? No, don't block him. Why would you block him? For what? For what? There's no point in that. You don't need to block him. People butt dial all the time. All the time. I mean, you know what I mean? So, let's say he texts you. Let's say he calls you. You could just be like, keep it casual. And if he's like, hey, Mr. Call, like, is everything cool? You could be like, oh yeah. I butt dialed you. Like I meant to call somebody else. I called you by mistake. So what? But be like, but how you doing? Brahma, what the fuck are you talking about? You're affirming all day long. Anyway, every thought you have is an affirmation. And you gotta pay attention to what fucking coaches you're out here listening to. Oh, Jesus, Layla. Oh, you sent him an SOS alert. Well, just tell him that was a complete accident. Okay. Oh, yeah. Just be like, sorry, that was totally by mistake. Like, because I don't think you actually meant to send him. You just said you didn't mean to do that. So just be honest with him. Like, yeah, it's totally a mistake. But hey, at least you broke no contact. So, Brahma, affirming is a thought. Okay? That's all it is. It's a thought. So, I'd go back to these coaches that are saying don't affirm and say, well, that's weird. Because how would you define affirming and how would you define a thought? What's the difference? Go ahead, ask them that. Ask them that. They won't be able to answer you because you're affirming 60 to 80,000 times a day because that's how many thoughts you process every single day. Okay. So that's how often you're affirming. So when you're consciously manifesting, you're learning how to control your thoughts. Okay. You're learning, and you do that through affirming. You're learning how to control your thoughts through affirming. Okay. Because you've been manifesting your entire fucking life off of your thoughts on autopilot. So those coaches don't know this is the problem with the internet, guys. Those coaches don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. But you know, Brahma, what I would love is thanks, I'm Katie girl. What I would love is if you would actually slide into my DMs, and I'm actually dead ass serious. Slide into my DMs, and I would like you to give me a list of all the bullshit that you've been told, right? Like, coaches say don't affirm, right? I don't need names of people, right? It's like, I've been told this, and like, just run me through everything, all the bullshit you've been told, because that's going to be killer content to help everybody else, because I don't think those coaches have one follower, right? I don't think they have one follower. So I think it's going to be really great content. If you guys have been told any bullshit or you're just not sure if it's validity, slide into my DMs. I'll tell you if it's true or if it's not true, first of all. And if it's not true, well, then I'll add that to my little compilation list and make video content addressing the bullshit, because that just sounds stupid. Okay. AJ. I will talk to you after my live. Just because I didn't address it on my live, now you're fucking... Now you're in the WhatsApp, bitch. I don't know why they say stop affirming. I don't fucking know why they say stop affirming. That's the stupidest saying. Well, stop thinking. Go ahead. Just shut your thoughts off today. You tell me if you could do that. Can you stop your thoughts? No, you can't. So what are you talking about? You can't stop affirming. You can't stop affirming. You affirm all fucking day long, naturally. Every thought is an affirmation, the negative and the positives, all affirmations. So it's impossible for you to stop affirming. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. What would they like you to do instead of affirm? What would they like you to do? Drink a magic glass of fucking water? Is that what they would like you to do? Vision board? Is that what they want you to do? If you're on my live right now and you just texted me saying you bought one-on-one coaching, I can call you tomorrow morning if that works. I honestly have to take a look at the calls that I have today, but I can call you tomorrow morning if that works for you. I have to check my calendar, but it would probably be like 9 a.m. I think I have a space at 9 a.m. Pacific time. If you're on here that you texted me. We actually called, do I just go on about my day until what you manifest for me happens? No, Oliver. Oh. Oliver, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I mean, yesterday we called. Like, you mean we talked? Like you and I? Because that I know. But, or do you mean yesterday you and SP talked? Okay. Because yes, you go about your day, but you have to play your part. You need to say the affirmations we discussed, and you need to persist in the perfect SP. Okay. The perfect SP. So, and the only reason why you're saying your affirmations is to discipline your mind, right? To start disciplining your mind so it doesn't wander to the dark side. Okay. And that's really it. Okay. Is seeing the version of your SP that you want for you. Okay. As long as you'll do that and play that part, then we're good. Oh yeah, Amelia? Well, that's because he's obsessed with you, bitch. That's because he is obsessed with you. So, now you have two of them. Hey, Mariah, girlfriend. Okay, so now let's take this a step further. So you have 18 messages from the second one. Okay, now I want you to take the first one. And I want you to look at, we'll call them SP numero uno. I want you to take that SP, and then I want you to take the one that and then the second one who sent you the 18 messages. And I want you to compare the descriptions of the two SPs. Okay? Compare the two descriptions of the SPs against each other. And then also, I want you to look at what you know to be true. So if I was to ask you if you like SP number one, first SP, if I told you to text him, do you know if he would respond? Now, SP number two, if I ask you the same thing, my guess is your answer to that is the opposite. So if that's the case, that's fine. That's fine. You just say, you just need to pop that description and what you know about the second one and put that in the first one too. Hey, you know what? Some of you guys are funny because they're like, well, I want more than one SP. I'm not sure which one I want. It's like, great. Well, let's let them duke it out, and then you can have your choice. You're not, Brahma. You're fucking not, Brahma. What are you talking about? You're on here every day, and never once do I tell you, just decide. Do I? No, but I know other bullshit people tell you that shit. Because it's stupid. Just decide. Just decide you're a millionaire. Just decide that you're 125 pounds. Just decide that you and your SP are married. While you're in no contact, $50 is in your bank account, and you're 580 pounds. How are you supposed to just decide the complete opposite when your 3D shows you the opposite? You guys can't even react. You guys can't even stop reacting to the 3D now. That's why I tell you to manifest in steps, not just decide. Because you will... It's a lot easier to just decide you're in a relationship with your SP when you're talking all the fucking time, when you're constantly spending time together. Then it's a lot easier to just decide you're in a relationship. However, when you're in no contact, how the fuck can you just decide you're in a relationship, let alone marriage? That's why a lot of people take that trash ass advice and then they've been trying to manifest their SP back for 2 years now. And I'm like, that's because you're in no contact. So if you were to start with, he's obsessed with me, I'm all he ever thinks about, both of those are to start contact or to get you unblocked, right? He's always calling and texting me, contact. He's constantly spending time with me, contact, and spending time together, right? See, always and constantly. he'll do anything to be with me right now, or he'll do anything to be in a relationship with me right now. Okay, those are all working. While we're working on the 3 first ones of contact, the other 2, constantly spending time with me and wanting a relationship with me, are also being, those assumptions are also being created at the same time, which is why it speeds everything up. Because it's a natural progression to any relationship you're ever in. It has to be a natural progression. So it's like, okay, let me get out of no contact. Let me start talking to this person. If I start talking to this person again, it's a lot easier, at least it should be, a lot easier to assume that you talk all day, every day. Like we talk all the time, right? Then when that starts happening, now it's a lot easier to assume that he's going to come and see you because you've been talking all day, you've been talking and texting every single day, right? So now it's a lot easier for you to believe that he's going to come see you. Now he comes to see you and you're spending time. It's a lot easier for you to assume that he's going to come see you again, right? Constantly spending time with you. Once that happens, it's a whole lot easier for you just to step into the assumption that clearly we're obviously in a relationship. We spend all the time. We spend a lot of time together. We're talking every day. Like that's a relationship last time I checked. Okay. So then it's a lot easier to step into that assumption. Then when you're in a relationship, it's a whole lot easier to start affirming for, that he loves you and that he wants to marry you, right? Or he wants to live with you. That's the natural next progression in a relationship, right? Is living together, right? It's a lot easier for you to think that way, but you can't go from one to another. Does anyone care to tell me why Mystical Willow is in the general WhatsApp tab saying, okay, guys, enough is enough? You all better be behaving yourself in there. I'm dead ass serious. Dead ass serious. Easy. Okay. Yeah, just decide you're married and live your life. That is like an ultimate level of delulu that is unrealistic. Because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Just decide you're a millionaire and then go about your life. How are you supposed to become a millionaire? Because you just decided you were what? And how do you know? And this is what they don't tell you either. How do you, for people who just decide, they say just decide. How do you know if you've just decided? How do you know? Is it a feeling that you get because you just decided something? Just decide that you're married. The only way I can think that you would know if you just decided, which is why I call bullshit on the whole thing, is because that means that you would not have any thought against it at all. At all. So you'd just decide, go about your life, and you literally would have, why is she telling them off? You understand, Kamal is the logical, rational one in the community. So if Mystical Willow has to yell at you, come on now. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Because the purpose of that community is to support, uplift, and motivate and encourage people. And if that is not what's happening, I told you guys, if you're on this live and that is you, and you're aiding in that shit, I told you had one chance. So whoever's a problem in that WhatsApp community is about to be exited from the community. Because I told you guys yesterday, you had one fucking chance. One chance. I don't tolerate the bullshit. I'm not a fucking child. Okay, beautiful. I'm not a child. And this is not a fucking child. This is not a children's playground. This is a grown-up community meant to help people. And if you cannot get a fucking grip, then you've got to go. Because I'm not going to lower the vibration. The vibration of the group. all because you can't fucking get a grip. And if you're rude in my community, listen here. Let me tell you the only people that are allowed to be rude in my community. Me and my admin team. That's it. That is the only people that are allowed to be rude. And we're not rude. None of us are rude. I check your ass when you get out of line. You know, and I have to yell at you guys when you get out of line. That's it. But they're the only ones that are allowed to do that. Not you. It is not your job. And my admins are not rude to you guys either. Yeah, are you reading this shit? People are avoiding the group because yeah, you guys act like we don't know what's going on in these communities. Okay? But people are avoiding the group because of the rudeness going in there. Like allow me to let you know what your shit is right now. You don't even know. I really want you guys to be on. Like I hope this clicks. I hope this fucking clicks. You don't know anyone in that WhatsApp community personally. You don't know them from Adam personally, and yet you cannot control your fucking mouth to a complete stranger. You cannot not react to a complete stranger. But yet you somehow think that you're going to be an adult and a grown-up when it comes to your SP. You can't even fucking handle yourself with strangers, let alone someone you actually care about. Grow up. Get a grip. Being rude is not the vibe. Exactly. They're saying they missed what it used to be. Kick them all out. I don't give a shit. Yeah. So if that's you being rude, bye. Bye. I gave you one chance. So Glitter Sparkles, tell Mystical Willow, whoever she had to check, whoever's being rude. And trust me, and you guys have carte blanche. Tell the admins who's being fucking rude. I don't give a shit. And they're gone. Today. Now. Because I don't have time for it. You need to discipline yourselves. You need to stop reacting. I tell you guys this all the fucking time. You should all stop reacting to shit. What are you reacting for? Yeah, throw them all in jail. Fuck them. Throw them all in jail. Calling you a loser? You guys need to grow the fuck up. Grow up. You can't stop reacting to strangers on the internet, yet somehow, you're going to get a grip when it comes to your SP, somebody you actually give a shit about? I don't think so. I highly doubt that. Because it's bullshit. You guys are so fucking ridiculous when it comes to, I tell you all the time that you can start, I just told you this yesterday in the fucking group, is that you can start with our community, learning how to discipline yourself, learning how to shut the hell up, learning how to talk with more respect, like an adult. How is that such a hard-ass concept? How is it difficult? You guys act more immature than my 14-year-old child does. Being all rude to people. Being rude about what? We're here to manifest. This is not fucking a child's playground and gossip central. We are here to get a grip. We are here to help each other manifest your SPs back, everything else. We're not here to attack people. What are you attacking them for? If people spiral, they have permission to say that in the group. But then we go in, the only person that's going to go in and be fucking rude to that person is going to be me. Because you all know my thoughts about, spiraling. Okay. I mean, because I tell you a million times, that means you're not doing what the fuck I told you to do. But it's not about that. With this community, it's about you guys going in and saying, it's okay. Pick yourself up. Move forward. Persist through it. Don't spiral. Flip the thoughts. Turn it around. Support them. It's not your job to be like, well, you need to fucking get a grip. And then call my admins a loser, please. Are you insane? Are you even fucking sane? I'm convinced some of you are that not here, but join the community. Because you need to get a grip. You need to get a grip. You want to go be rude to people? Go be rude to somebody in your own community. Go start your own community, be rude to them. Okay, but you're not going to do it here. That's not the point. The point of this community is to grow. To come together. Because manifestation can be a very lonely journey if you do it alone. So we're here to grow. Exactly. It's just going to come in here and complain. Oh God, what is it? I've never been on Reddit, but it sounds like a nightmare to be on Reddit. It's crazy. This is crazy to me. It's very disheartening, and it's very sad that people just find it more appropriate just to be a fucking child on the internet than it is to grow up and get what they want. You know, that's stupid. That's stupid. So yeah, we're going to make it a whole vibe again, right? Positivity, positive vibes. And anyone out of line will go. No explanation needed. Bye. Toodaloo. I gotta give a shit for? Because in all honesty, if you're gonna be like a pain in the ass, do you think I even want to work with you in the first place? Negative. Negative. Oh yeah, I know, Brahma. I got a message in my DMs with some guy calling me a liar and a hustler and all this shit, all because he wasn't calling me that. He was calling manifestation coaches that. Like, freaking stupid. And he was like, there's so much information, all the lies going around on about manifestation, and it's all on Reddit. They're calling everyone out. I'm like, why the fuck would you go on Reddit and look up information that you don't believe in? That sounds stupid to me. Like, I don't believe the earth is flat. So do you think that I would go and down this research rabbit hole about the flat earthers? No, because I don't believe it's flat. So why would I waste my time and energy doing that? Because Lynette, it's not about you being positive to your SP, okay? I mean, you should, but it's also equally about, mainly about how you see your SP. Okay, so if you see him as he's a guy that takes advantage of me, he's always an asshole, he's fucking rude, like he's constantly disrespecting me, he has to be that person for you. Doesn't matter how nice you are. It does not matter how nice you are if your description of him and how you see him is not the same. Okay, because then let this be an example of what I'm talking about, guys, because it's impossible for that to match. This is why I say you can always have like a shitty coworker and you can go do everything you want. You can charm them up. You can be nice as pie, buy them lunch. You can do half their work for them. And guess what? They're still going to be rude at the end of the day because that's how you're describing them. That's how you see them. Okay? We don't want that. So you have to start seeing, Lynette, your SP as amazing, as the sweetest guy in the world, the guy who just worships the ground that you walk on. He is just full of positivity all the time. He talks to me with the utmost respect, and the opposite of taking advantage of you. Like he likes to, I'm like, what's the opposite of that shit? Like he is such a giver. He is such a giver. Like he's nicer to me than I am to him. Like, you know. You have to see him as that type of person because then that's the version of your SP that you're selecting. That's the version, oh no, you're fine, best creator. That's the version that you're selecting and that's the version that you're going to get, okay? So therefore, if you describe them differently, you will notice that he's very different, right? All of a sudden, your niceness is being matched now, okay? It's being matched. Because you can't force a 3D. So no matter how nice and positive you are to this man, it won't be mirrored back until you change how you're seeing him. Then it will be mirrored back. Thanks, Kim Fines girl. Then it will start to be mirrored back. And then therefore you're like, this is amazing. Now you have an amazing relationship. But you have to remember during your relationship, you are constantly selecting a different version of your partner all the time. All the time. So this is where you may find that you have like he's nice. Let's say like you do this, right? And so you see the turnaround. He's nice for a couple of days. Then he's an asshole again. That's because it's not being it's you're wavering, okay, between two versions of him. When everything is good, you select good version of SP. Then all of a sudden he has a bad day at work or he sounds a little off for about 10 seconds and now you select old version of SP, the one that's an asshole. And now he's an asshole again. So that's fine. You just have to only persist by telling yourself, no, he's the perfect boyfriend. He's the perfect boyfriend. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. And you will start to see more of that. Instead of hot and cold, it'll be hot and steamy. I love that for you, Flashy. I love that for you. I'd have to, yeah, I can look into that, Michael. If you want to message Kamal or Mystical Willow, she'll be the one to do that. That's right. That's right. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Lisa, you asked about hypnosis. Okay. Well, thanks, Doodles. Impossible to manifest your SP if you have hidden blocks. I don't think blocks are hidden. Well, I don't think blocks are necessarily hidden. They're subconsciously stored, if you will. So, like, you may, and then you may, no, I don't think that's true, actually. You would know what they are only based on your conversations. So, like a hidden block, as an example, would be like, you think their job is a problem, is a block between you and SP. And you may not be thinking about it all day long, but you've said it, okay? And it usually only starts with them saying it one time. I had a really busy day at work, hun, so I'm tired. I really don't feel like hanging out, so I'm just gonna go home and go to bed. And now you've created a block of, oh, so he doesn't have time for me because he's tired, because he has a busy day at work. So next time he says he's had a busy day at work, right? And now that confirms what you said the thought you had the first time. And now you've created a block saying, well, he doesn't have time for me. I'm not a priority because he's busy with work all the time, right? So, but I wouldn't necessarily call them hidden. It's just not something that you're necessarily repeating all the time. Right? So, because a lot of people do have that block as their job impacts their relationship, their SP's job. And that's not necessarily true, right? They just said it one time. Now all of a sudden you have that. Or like people will think children are blocks because they said one time that they have their kids this weekend, so they're busy. And now you're like, oh, so we can't hang. And you may have thought about this only once. Okay, so now we can't hang out when he has his kids. Well, that now becomes true, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't manifest your SP. You just have to become aware of these and then not view them and then change the story, right? So that's what I'll do when we recreate your SP, is I'll say, well, what are some things that maybe you tolerate that you feel need improvement on, right? And they'll talk and then we'll flip those around. Or I'll listen to what you guys are saying and say, okay, well, we need to add the opposite, or, you need to add your priority into your version of your SP because you think that these other things are standing in the way of you and SP, right? But that can all be undone. There's no like hidden blocks, like so deeply rooted, you don't know what they are. That sounds fucking stupid. So hypnosis is a hyper relaxed state. So it'll be like, it's like the daydream state. So, has there ever been a time when you maybe have been so tired and you're driving home, right? And you're so tired that when you get home, you don't even remember the drive home, but somehow you made it home safely, right? That's because your subconscious mind knows every twist, turn, and road to get you home, okay? Your subconscious mind remembers everything and anything about you. It's no more mature than a 7-year-old, okay? The imagination all comes from your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is that of a 7-year-old, right? The playful one, but it remembers everything about you, okay? So your conscious mind is the logical thinker. It's the analyzer. So if it doesn't make sense to your conscious mind will reject it. Okay, which means your conscious mind, in between your subconscious mind and conscious mind, is what's called a critical factor. Okay, so it comes in through your conscious mind, you hear something, right? If it doesn't logically make sense to you, then your conscious mind will reject it and it doesn't go into your subconscious mind most of the time. Okay, now the problem is your subconscious mind, right? Because you're busy doing things and you can be watching a movie on TV that has or hearing your family have money problems, right? And all they did was argue over money. And so you have naturally made that attachment to money equals marriage problems because you saw your parents argue constantly over it, right? Or your mom told you constantly that you can't afford something or that you got to work hard to make money, right? Things like that. So that went into your subconscious mind because that's from a source of influence. People in your life that are influential as you grow up are the ones that are giving you the suggestions. Okay, so when we put you in hypnosis, we quiet your conscious mind. Conscious mind basically goes to sleep, if you will. It just goes into a hyper relaxed state. So your subconscious mind is wide open to suggestion. Okay, so once you go into hypnosis, you'll be able to hear. And that's, I think, the wildest thing. You'll actually be able to hear the conscious mind. You'll be able to hear what's being said, but you won't be able to hear what's being said, right? You can hear somebody talking, but you're so relaxed that you don't have any desire to move and you can't necessarily understand what they're saying. That's because it's going in your subconscious mind, which is where all of your beliefs are stored. Okay, so when we robotically affirm to override the subconscious beliefs that are already there, the assumptions that are already stored in the subconscious mind, creating a new neural pathway, if you will. And so because of that, because these ones are running on autopilot, your subconscious beliefs, okay? So when we robotically affirm, we have to say something differently over and over and over again. So therefore it rewires and goes into your subconscious mind as a belief, because that's where they're all from, okay? So this is where the wavering comes into play, right? Because your conscious, Jesus. Okay, this is where the wavering comes into play, where you're telling yourself one thing, right? But then all of a sudden you'll find yourself naturally thinking the opposite. That's because it's already a belief of yours in your subconscious mind. It's already an assumption. So when we go in and we do hypnosis, it goes and it rewires that subconscious part of your brain, right? It takes out, it gives your subconscious, because your subconscious mind is the protector, or your conscious mind is the protector, okay, of you. And so is your subconscious mind. So basically what we do is we basically give your subconscious mind permission to let the things that don't serve you, those negative beliefs that you have, to let them go because they no longer serve you, right? And then we tell them the ones that we want them to inject, right? The ones that but it goes directly into your subconscious mind. So therefore it's not something that needs to be repeatedly done. That's what it is, okay? So I do have a hypnosis, you can literally, Lisa, you can get the personalized hypnosis recording. Because therefore you can listen to it nightly, right? And it works, okay? So that's how hypnosis works, okay? So same with hypnosis is for anything. It's for anything. People have hired my mom to do hypnosis to stop nail biting, and now they have beautiful nails, right? Stop smoking. We've had ones where they want confidence. She's taken a child who had stomach migraines. I didn't even know that was a thing. He was under the care of 2 doctors and 2 psychiatrists. And they finally, and I think the mom had Munchausen syndrome, to be quite frank. So finally the Chalk Hospital doctor says, we can't help you anymore. I don't know what's wrong. So they recommended that he go to my mom. And she's never worked on a kid before. One session, I think it was 1 or 2 sessions with her, completely gone. She did hypnosis did what 2 doctors and 2 therapists couldn't do for him. Okay? He was able to finally travel on the plane for the first time. They were able to finally go on vacation on a plane because he couldn't do it before. You know, all of these things. Now he's a normal little boy. And he freaking adores my mom. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. What's the difference between a hypnosis tape and a subliminal? So subliminals are where it's like loud music and you can't hear what's being said. Okay? You can't hear what's being said. That's what subliminals are. So a lot of times, there's a lot of evil people out there. So they'll tell you what the suggestions are, but they won't actually, you have no idea what they are because the music is louder than the hypnosis. Hypnosis, on the other hand, you can hear everything that's being fucking said. Okay? You can hear it all being said. Okay? So that's the difference really between it. But also, because it depends on the subliminal, but usually subliminals are just a list of affirmations. It's just a list of affirmations, right? Versus hypnosis puts you in a nice relaxed state where your subconscious mind now is wide open. We help you eliminate the old story, okay? We help you eliminate the old story and then we recreate a new one, okay? So there's a whole difference there. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I would only listen, honestly, because I'm weird like this, I would only listen to subliminals while I was robotically affirming. Like, I'd be on a whole ass walk. But only because I liked the song. That was literally it. But the ones that I would listen to only came from one person. That's because it's in my bio, Lisa, but I like the song and I trusted the maker of it. But I could not imagine listening to that shit while I was sleeping because it's usually like some like loud ass song. Fuck's trying to listen to that shit while I'm sleeping. I'm good on that. And so that's basically what it is. Yeah, there's a difference and there's a difference in it, okay, in the two. Would I say subliminal? I would stand by 125% that hypnosis is far more powerful than subliminals. That I will tell you, because I have a couple business clients that do hypnosis, and they're hypnotists, and I mean the results that you can give people through hypnosis is fucking amazing. It's amazing. Erica. So, okay, so here's the thing though. Oh yeah, Liz, you're the one that got it. Okay. I made yours, by the way. Now I need to send it to your, that would help. So I will go ahead and send it to you. Okay. But, if that's the case, I would suggest for you, Erica, is that there's a couple routes you can go. You can get my sleep meditation bundle pack, okay, which has all 3 of those in there for you, okay? Or you can get personalized hypnosis recordings, and it would be 3. I could see. You would have to put that on the form, okay? Or somebody message for that. Because I could see if I could put all 3 in the same one, okay? Or, I'd have to talk to my friend about that and see if that's what he would if he would advise to that. Because I could see how I could do that. But if not, then I'd have to do 3 of them for you. But it's cool. I mean, then you're gonna have your SP, you're gonna have business success, and freaking look fine as fuck. Can't beat that shit. Show them what they're working for. I'm not sure if you've read my message on here. Okay, AJ? AJ, are you still here? Go ahead, comment, because I'm not going to answer your ass if you're not still fucking here. Because I already answered you. I should make you go, I should ignore you and make you go back and rewatch the live. I'm not even answering her until she responds. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. Yes, AJ, I know. I saw you post on WhatsApp. I'm like, bitch, I will call you after my live today. I have 2 people I need to call before I have an actual coaching call. Okay. So I'll call you as soon as we're done. Okay? Okay. Now we can move on from that. I never went to high school and I regret it. Can I manifest that I did, in fact, go to high school? I'm going to say, oh, hey, Natalie. Okay, Julia, I'm going to say yes and no to that. Okay, so here's the thing. You can manifest that you have the knowledge that you would have learned in high school, right? But it's not like you're going to it's not like you're going to manifest and then all of a sudden you're going to go like open up the mailbox and a high school diploma is going to be in that bitch. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how it's going to work. Okay. But what you can do is go get your GED and then manifest the fact. So therefore you have the diploma, but then manifest the fact that you aced that shit. Right? Like I had a perfect score on my GED, you know, or whatever. That's what I would recommend. Cause you can manifest knowledge, right? You can manifest knowledge. Like I can literally manifest speaking fluent Spanish if I wanted to. But it's not like I'm going to, so you can manifest the knowledge, but it's not like you're going to, like you can manifest the knowledge of being like a therapist, but it's not like all of a sudden a degree is going to come in the mail. You know what I'm saying? So you can manifest cooking just like Gordon Ramsay, but you're not going to get a culinary arts degree in the mail. You know what I mean? But you can manifest the skill set or the knowledge that you would have obtained in high school. But who the fuck wants that shit? I ain't ever used that ever in life. I don't think there's a single thing in high school I ever used in life at all. All I know is the Pythagorean theorem, and I don't even know what that is. I just know the name. My daughter tries to challenge me on this shit all the time. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I told her that. Why do you think she's so smart in school? My dad tells me, he goes, the one thing you did right with Kayla is you had her so convinced that you were so stupid in school that she thrives in school. I was like, well, yeah, because yes, I do. I was like, because I told her, I said, you better pay attention in school, because if you think you're going to come home from school and hit me with the math and be like, I need your help. Sorry, Buttercup. I'm not the one that's going to help you with none of that shit. Like, I barely survived high school. I just wanted to be out of fucking high school. So there's that part, you know. And I still didn't even graduate high school. I didn't graduate high school because I refused to take my fucking nails off for keyboarding. You can manifest being like whatever you want. You can always manifest the knowledge of anything. If you want to learn how to play like an instrument, right? Like let's say you have a guitar and you want to be really good at playing the guitar. You can identify yourself as being an expert at playing guitar. Like, no, I'm like the best guitarist in the world, right? And you can tell yourself that, and before you know it, you will be the best guitarist in the world. And my boyfriend actually confirmed that, even though he doesn't believe what I do. He actually confirmed that because he goes, no, that's true, because when I started actually saying something about the guitar, he noticed his skill set picked up. Yeah, of course. You just have to say the opposite. Just have to say the opposite. And that's literally all it takes. Okay. What is the miscellaneous calling option? I don't know what you're talking about. It's called personalized hypnosis recording. That's literally what it's called in my bio. And I think personalized is in all caps. So let's see here. Hey, Sarah Elizabeth. Oh, we're gonna do the energy cord cutting in a second. I got distracted. Now I just noticed the time. I manifested fit body goals and an SP who is a trainer. Shut up. Good, Gabriel. Good. See, you manifest whatever you want. You want to have six-pack abs? Manifest that shit, James. Yeah, really give your SP something to look at. Now you got six-pack abs. You're like, look, baby, I'm a whole new man. All the way around, I'm a whole new man. Although my business client might not appreciate me telling you guys can manifest fitness because that's what he does for a living. Hey, Doodles, I appreciate that, but that's honestly why I tell my daughter that, like, you can be book smart all you want, but you better be life smart. Because how do you think you live the rest of your fucking life unless you're going to be a teacher? You know, unfortunately, the things that we learn of actual value in our lives never come from a school, ever, right? It never comes from a school. So I really want to teach this type of stuff to schools, to young age demographics, because they don't have, you know, if you think elementary schools, they don't have the ability to really overanalyze shit. They just take you at your word. You know what I'm saying? So they can literally be like masters at manifesting. So it's like, if I would go into schools and teach them to start telling themselves that schoolwork is easy, like school is so easy, they get straight A's, you know, like school just comes easy for them. That's helping the school districts out because their credentials are going to go way up because all of a sudden the grades are going way up, right? Taking tests, I struggled with that growing up. But I used to always tell myself that. Like, I'm awful at taking tests. I swear, everything on a test, they never fucking taught you. That's what I used to tell myself. Therefore, I struggled in tests. I did not do well at all. And so it's like, but if I can get them to become like expert test takers and shit, you know, and to get good grades and to understand that they're in control and how they can, you know, and how they can literally not work for the man, you know, all these things, then why not? Why not? I think it'll be good for kids to, I was going to say manipulate their parents, but it's not manipulation, right? Teach them how to get what they want. Manifest money. Maybe they'll teach their parents. Good, Angel, that's what you have to do. Hey, Christina, I have somebody that actually decided to work with me and hire me because she's like, at first I didn't care if I had him back or not. I really didn't care either way. She goes, but then I found out he had a gutter trash. She's like, so I'm petty. So now I want him back. I was like, oh, there you go. There you go. Yes, welcome to Mo. See yourself as the priority. Erica, that's entirely up to you, sister. I can have it back. I can have them done for you by this weekend. Yes, by this weekend. May I ask if it was hard for you to persist while your SP was with gutter trash? At first a little bit, right? And the reason, like, I'm not going to say it wasn't hard to persist, like, or it was easy to persist the whole time. No, it's a process, but I knew myself, right? And so I got really good, and this is why I teach you guys this stuff, is I got really good at assigning meaning to everything that I wanted it to have. Right? I wanted it, and I would purposely put myself, that's just my personality. Why I would do it in hindsight now, looking back, I probably wouldn't. But I would put myself purposely in situations that you guys would have gotten triggered if you came across the shit naturally. Versus me, I would intentionally put myself on my own volition in situations because I'm petty, right? And so, and I don't give a shit. So because of that, I kind of leveraged that. Okay, you have to know yourself. So I kind of leveraged that, and so it was not. I say it took a little bit more focus and discipline in wavering than persisting. Okay, because persisting for me, I'm competitive, and so I used gutter trash as motivation, as complete motivation. I recommend that all of you guys, if there's a gutter trash, would use it as motivation and be like, game on. Game on. Yes, Doodles, it is. I don't like to charge a lot of money for it. Well, because I want to help as many people as possible. There's a lot of other people charging more. I don't need to do that. But I've done it, so I'm good. Okay. So anyway, so I used gutter trash as 1,000% motivation. Like, excuse me, get back here. You know what I'm saying? Like, get back here. Like, excuse me? I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. That's just my personality though, where I was like, no, negative. I'm going to go get what I want and I'm going to get it when I want it. So if I have to persist to ensure that I get my perfect man back, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. That part was easy for me. Use things as motivation. Use it as motivation. Okay, so let's get ready to do the energy cord cutting as well as the picture, because this girl got to go to the ladies' room. Okay, but in the meantime, let me introduce myself in case you are new here. My name is Jen. I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. It's not about following the law when you can leverage the law. I manifested my SP back from no contact to fully living with me in a matter of 4 weeks. I'm here to help you do the same. Okay, the amount of I haven't even put them all up there yet, but I'm going to. The amount of testimonials I have since I've been teaching it for a solid month and a half now are way surpassed people that have been teaching this shit for years. But that's because I actually did it. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so yes, that's right. Motivation. Oh, Dawn, I just made a declaration. I was going to do it after this today. So if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you so that you can get out of your own way and get them conforming ASAP, all links are in my bio. I also, if you want to work with me one-on-one and talk about your specific situation, it is a superpower of mine to find out the problem so that you can get your shit right and tight. And so go ahead and book a session with me. I do not charge a lot of money because I want to help as many people as possible. Also, if you want to be a part of our free WhatsApp community, if you can act like a grown-up and be respectful, then go ahead and join the community. It is 100% free right now. We are moving it to paid because therefore I'm going to weed out the people that are just fucking ridiculous. Rupa, shoot it back up. Okay, I have to be moving it to paid because it'll weed out the people that aren't serious, okay? And then I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. I go live at 10 o'clock Pacific time every single day on TikTok. If you ever miss a live, you can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All links are in the bio again. And watch the replays there. I do post them every single day. Okay? Okie dokie. So we're about to do some energy cleansing, energy clearing. Okay? It's very important to clear that energy between you and SP, so that you can go ahead, and if you need a daily reminder for this, I do have the video. I'm in a red t-shirt. It's the first, I have 3 videos with a red t-shirt on. It's the first one. And it is where I walk you through this, so you can save that video. I suggest you do this every single day. Okay, we want to keep the yes, Shanae. Kamal has it too, Mystical Willow. But we want to keep the energy between you and SP fresh. We need to let go of the energy you had with old SP. Okay, because what's going to happen is this. Ooh. I had to find out. I'm just going to put it in my system because therefore you won't need an app. Okay, so I'll recreate the form and I'll put it in my system. Therefore you don't need an app. Okay. But what's going to happen is this. And somebody just commented, said, yeah, 24 hours. They got contact from their SPs. Okay. Because oftentimes I'm here to help find a way to remove the resistance for you guys. Thanks, Kimberly, girlfriend. I'm here to try and help find as much stuff as possible to help you remove that resistance, to get contact. Okay. And so what's going to happen is, so we're going to have your SP help you out. Okay. So what happens is this, there you go. Ellie in the 40 was 6 hours. I love that. She's a random person. Because what's going to happen is they're going to get a thought in their mind about you where they'll be like, I wonder how Mimi's doing. But this time when they get a thought about you, it's different. It's not the same way they were thinking about you before because they're going to notice something is different. This time when they think about you, something is different because it's fresh energy. We've cut that toxic shit out. Okay. I did this, and this is why I remembered on Sunday to do it with you guys from now on, because I did this. And when I did this, I did this with an ex this is back before I was consciously manifesting. I wasn't trying to manifest this motherfucker back. I was trying to clear the energy. I was just trying to cut the energy with the ex, right? And he was my most recent ex. So I cut that cord, and in 72 hours, that man called me like, hey, I was just thinking about you, how you're doing. I was like, I'm doing great. Have a good day. Because I didn't actually want him back, right? I would, Dominique, because your energy is connected to theirs, right? So here's the thing. Initially, it'll work really fast, right? However, if you find it's not working for you, that's because in here, you're still creating negative energy between you and your SP. You're still looking at him as an asshole, right? So therefore, there's still that resistance level versus if you would stop doing that and keep the energy clean, it works really fast, okay? Really, really fast, okay? In all hindsight, none of you guys should be looking at your exes as assholes. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, they had their issues. My exes all had their issues. But I never viewed them as an asshole. I'd like to think I had better taste. Right? Like, I'd like to think I had better taste than just choosing a bunch of fucking assholes. Right? Although I did continuously attract losers. And that's because I would say that. Why are losers so... Oh, yeah, I say, why am I so attracted to losers? And one day my friend says, Jen, you're asking only half the question. Why are they attracted to you? I'm like, ouch. So I was like, well, I should probably take a time out from dating until I can answer that fucking question. Yeah, absolutely, Havea. Okay, so there's that part. All right. So let's get your photo of your SP out too, because we're going to do them back to back. Okay. I like to cut the energy, and then I want to at the same time, have, you would tell them to contact you. Okay. We're going to do 2 and 2 together. Hey, Brown Eye Crystal. I think that the 2 and 2 together will make it even work faster for you. Okay. Alrighty. So there you go. Make him check in on the daily. Okay, so I want you guys to sit back, relax, right? Could be in a chair. All my admins fall asleep when I say that shit. Okay, so let's just sit in a chair, relax, and just take a couple deep breaths in and out, of course. Now I want you to close your eyes. We're doing the cord cutting, energy clearing brown eye crystal. And as you close your eyes, I want you to notice that you're in a big, giant theater. It's a dark theater, and in front of you, there's a stage. There's no one here except for you. And all you see is a beam of light that goes from the ceiling of the stage directly into the middle of the stage, like a stage light. And as you're looking into the light, you start to notice that there's a shadowy figure out of the light off into the back of the stage. And as you start to focus on the shadowy figure, you realize that it's your SP. Now I want you to go ahead and say your SP's name and tell them to come into the light. Now as your SP comes into the light, you start to notice their features, their facial features, their body structure. And you notice that there's a gold cord that runs from your third eye into their third eye. Now I want you to ask your SP these two questions, and I want you to hear him give a response. I want you to hear his voice. Ask him, do you support me? Hear them tell you yes. Now ask, do you love me? Also hear them tell you yes. Now I want you to reach up with your hands, and as you're doing that, I want you to say this to your SP. You're not going to hear their response, it's only you talking directly to your SP. You're going to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now reach up with your hand as if it's a pair of scissors, and I want you to cut that energy cord. And as that cord falls to the floor, I want you to take your other hand and I want you to grab the roots of that cord in your third eye, and I want you to pull the roots out and just toss them aside. Now, as that cord continues to fall to the floor, you notice that your SP starts to drift away like a balloon being released into the sky. And as they drift away, they start to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and even smaller till they just disappear. Now take a deep breath in and out. Now you can open up your eyes. See, when it comes to SPs, saying those 4 phrases, I'm sorry, now this is specifically for SPs I'm talking about, okay? It's not the why you do these terms. But for SPs, saying I'm sorry is basically saying I'm sorry for choosing the version of you that wasn't good. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for creating the breakup and the nonsense. Right? Thank you. And of course, I love you. Right? That's what those are for when it comes to SPs. Okay? Now, you can do this. No, it's not cutting your connection. It's cutting the energy. It's clearing the energy, okay? So you should do this with your children, okay? Because you want fresh energy with your children all the time, right? This is why people get toxic in your life? Because it's the energy, and it's just more energy, more energy, more energy, right? So you should do this with your family, your SP, your children. You could do this with the whole damn building. Like, let's say that you had a job that you couldn't stand, right? And the whole company was toxic. You could let the whole energy of the company go. Okay. Same thing. So you should do this with anybody that's holding you, anybody that's in your life. Start with the most relevant people in your life. Now, you could technically do this with everybody in your life, like past employers, previous exes, different things like that. Okay. Because their energy, this is where sometimes you'll like wake up feeling fully energized. The next day you're like, God, I'm so fucking exhausted. Right? That's why. Because of the energy connections you have with people. Okay. And so start with the people too, other than your immediate family, right? Your immediate family, as well as your SP. I would suggest going through any negative ass people that were in your past, that are in your life, right? Negative Nellies, toxic people. I'd start with that. To be like, cut. I'm cutting you all. And you could do this I didn't say this in the video, I probably should have. You can literally do this where you can call, like, let's say you have your SP, you have a child, and you have your parents, we'll say 4 people, okay? You can actually have all 4 people at the same time. You don't have to do it one, then another, then another, then another. You can have them all on the same stage, but then call one into the light at a time, okay? And then cut the cords, okay? Alrighty. Okay, now you have your pictures of your SPs out. Now let's have some fun, okay? So we're gonna go down memory lane for just a second. No, Sunrise, you're cutting the negative energy. Now they pop into your mind. Now you pop into their mind and they want to contact you. Okay. The second you guys are back in contact of any time, the energy is reconnected, right? It's not like it's not reconnected. It's just new energy. There's no technique to reinstall new energy, at least not that I teach. So, because you don't have to. If you cut out the cancer, there's nothing else you have to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Okay. All right. So now we're going to grab out, you all have your pictures of your SP. Okay. So as you're going to go through your SP, we're going to go down memory lane right now. Okay. I want you to go back through your relationship. Okay. And I want you to go back to the time when everything in your relationship was perfect. Like out of a postcard, okay? Where they just checked all the boxes, okay? They were your perfect person. You were madly in love with that person. Go back to that person. And I want you to remind yourself, how did he make you feel? How did they treat you? Who were they as a person for you? Remember that version. If it causes an emotion, that's okay. That is the person that you love. Emotions, in my opinion, are natural. Okay, so now you have that version of your SP. You're going to hold that version of your SP. Your SP is no longer who they were 30 seconds ago. The only version of your SP that you now have is your perfect SP. I want you to bring that version of your SP into your current reality. And I want you to hold them here, right now. Right now, you've just brought back the version of your SP that you absolutely fell in love with. The one who would do anything to be with you. The one who would call you all the time, text you all the time, see you often, and wanted to do everything they could to make you happy and be in a relationship with you. That is now the version of your SP that is here. And you're going to hold this version of your SP from this point forward. They're no longer who they were. They're only who you want them to be now for you right now. The one who texts and contacts you all the time. Okay? So you have this version now. So it should be easy for you to know and expect that they would contact you. Why wouldn't they? They're your perfect version of your SP is with you right now. The perfect version of your SP is waiting for you to let them contact you, to come and see you, to want to be with you. And right now, you're going to give them that permission. Now, if you are new here, you're going to put on your crown. If you are not new here, it's okay, Daria, this does not involve visualizing shit. You're looking at a picture of your SP. If you're not new here, then your crown should be on. We don't take our crowns off here. We wear our crowns 24/7. Okay? Now, when queens and kings give a command and tell someone what to do they question if it's going to be done? No. Do they check if it's done? No. Do they wonder? No. When they give a command, when a king or a queen gives a command, they just know that it will be fulfilled. They just expect it to be done because they gave the command. Well, you are the queen and the king of your reality. So that same knowing that queen and kings have is now who you are. That same knowing. Lisa. Okay, and now you have your picture. If you are in no contact, or you're in contact but it's not consistent contact, then you are going to look at your SP and you're going to tell them what to do, okay? Now, if you are, what was I going to say? Oh, that's right. If you are alone, then say it out loud so you can say it with a little bit more of a backbone, okay? A little bit more of an authority. If you are not alone, then say it in your mind. Don't look like a weirdo, okay? You're at work, like you're contacting me. Now, you can say, exactly, Desi. It's like when you shop on Amazon, do you question if your package is going to come? Do you check? No. Especially if you got that Prime, you know what I'm saying? It's coming tomorrow, bitch. Best investment I've ever made. Okay, so now you have your crown on. So now you're going to give your commands, okay? If you can tell them to contact you, you're texting you, they're calling you, it doesn't really matter which one you say, okay? Whatever has to happen for them, for it to unfold naturally is exactly how it's going to happen. So if they're not a caller and they're a texter, they're going to text you. Doesn't really matter, okay? So now look at their picture and and if you're in consistent contact, then you can either tell them that they're contacting you right now, just to prove your innate power, or you can tell them they're coming to see you, right? Like, you're coming to see me today, okay? So in contact, no contact, you would say, or in contact, in no contact, or not consistent contact, you would say, you're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. See the tonality, a little bit more of an authority, okay? You're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. Okay, if you're in consistent contact, you can move to the next step of, you're coming to see me today. 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 Okay, now if you're in a relationship with your SP, well, now you can have some fun with it. Okay, so what do you want? What do you want from him? Do you want him to come see you today? You can say that. Do you want him to buy you flowers today? And you can tell him he's buying you flowers. Do you want, some sexy time? You'd be like, you're making lunch meat today, okay? If you want him to buy you dinner, cook you dinner, rub your feet, doesn't even matter. No limits to what you can tell them to do, okay? So you're gonna do that now. why I put you on pause. Okay, I have to pause the live so I can go to the bathroom. Okay? All right, so you have your crown on, get ready, give your commands, and know, and just know, and expect them to contact you. And we're back. Not to brag, but look at my lunch that I'm gonna have. It's my, oh, I should have made egg. Damn, it's my chicken club. It's a chicken club salad. And in case you've missed it, I tell you guys that you guys can literally manifest weight loss. Hey, we're the dance cab, right? And so like, I had a spaghetti meat sauce last night. I make killer meat sauce, by the way. So I made spaghetti meat sauce for us last night, and I had like, well, for the sake of my picture, I had it all pretty, but then there was a whole nother clump in the strainer, so I put that shit on top too. Care to guess what I woke up weighing? Half a pound lighter, bitch. Because I'm always telling you guys that I have this assumption that I lose weight every time I eat pasta and tacos, right? And in fact, I declared half a pound. And so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much I ate that day. I had 4-piece chicken nuggets. I had something for breakfast. What did I eat? I don't know. I don't even remember what the hell I ate. Oh, I had ceviche with tortilla chips. I had 4-piece chicken nuggets and French fries from McDonald's. Judge me not. And I had 2 bowls of pasta. And I dropped half a pound. That's because you can lose weight eating whatever the fuck you want. I don't know if you guys have noticed now, I live life completely on my terms. So I want you guys to live life on your terms, okay? It's about living your entire life on your terms, getting out of your own head, getting out of your own way and saying, no, I can have my cake and eat it too. I want the perfect relationship with my SP. There's nothing wrong with me wanting my perfect relationship. I'm not going to wait for them because waiting for them implies that you don't think that they want that. And that's just not the case. As long as you're questioning if they want to be in a relationship with you, because they didn't give you a, what do we call it here? A relationship proposal. So because they didn't give you a relationship proposal, you guys are questioning if they even want a relationship with you. Therefore, they confirm yes, you're right. I do not. I don't want to commit because you're viewing them as not committing. You're also listening to every goddamn thing that comes out of their mouth, which I've told you to stop doing, okay? Because you have to understand, you have what do you think this is? You have a reality, right? You have your reality. They also have their own realities too, okay? You have your assumptions. I have the biggest itch. I don't know what the vibe is. Anyway, they also have their own assumptions too, okay? Everything's an assumption. So this is where we leverage and say, okay, they have their own assumptions too. So what do I want them to assume about me? Well, I want them to assume that I'm the perfect girlfriend. So I'm going to assume myself, because remember, they can only see you based on how you assume they see you, right? They can only think you control their thoughts. So if you see yourself as the perfect girlfriend, then what do you think they must see you as? The perfect girlfriend. Okay, they don't have a choice. So if I don't give a shit if they told you they have commitment issues, and not with me, not with me. They're absolutely loyal, faithful, and committed to me. That's right, bitch. That's right, Joe. Of course he did. Of course he did. You know why? Because you're the priority. And he'll do whatever you tell him to do. You guys do know what I manifest for you? I'll give a little insider tip. Those are 2 things that I tell him about you. Is that you're the only priority in their life. And they do whatever you tell them to do. Not here. Here. Okay? So therefore they conform. And they do whatever you tell them to do. So that's why I said you have to play your part. What is it you want to do? See, Joe enjoys this shit. You should all enjoy this. Okay? There's a couple of you that enjoy it. Because, like Shanae, oh, she loves this shit. Because why do you think they're conforming well? Right? Because you have fun with it. You have fun with it. You're like, I'm sorry, you said you're going to do what? Oh, okay. That's the only response you guys should ever be giving them. Oh, okay. And in here? Nah, bitch, I'll see you later. I'll see you tonight. That's the best part. That's the best part. I told you somebody yesterday that was like, no, I'm going to go. I'm going to go on his family trip. She was in here in the comments. I said, shut the fuck up and take him at his word. Stay focused. She did. He told his mom. She agreed because she didn't think she was going to agree. And he agreed. He said 3 days because that's what she said. She wanted to go for 3 days. But then, and he confirmed 3 days, but then she changed her mind. And she was like, no, actually, I want to go for 5 days in here. And sure enough, she's going for 5 days. You know, that's the thing that you guys have to remember. That's what you have to remember, okay? Is these are the things that we know, okay? And so, yeah, he's initiating more, of course, because you're the priority. By putting in your description of your SP that he always treats you as the only priority in his life, that will be very much true for you. So many of my, so many people that I've worked with, that's the number one affirmation I tell them. You have to see that yourself as the priority. You have to tell, no, yeah, no, I'm the only priority. I'm his top priority. I'm his top priority. I'm his top priority. And he will start to reflect that back to you. All of a sudden, he went from not busy, from being so damn busy to see you, to all of a sudden, he ain't busy enough. All of a sudden, he's got time. The only reason they never had time before is because you guys took them at their word over and over and over again. I don't even have coffee today. So that's the only problem. You guys continuously take them at their word. You take what they say and run with it like that's the fucking law. Well, they said it, so must be true. Well, then if that's how you want to continue to do things, well then yeah, you'll be right. You'll be right 100% of the time. Yes, you can, Dawn. Yes, you can. You can manifest he's moving back here. You can do it two ways. One out of two ways. You could say he's moving back to. Actually, he's so excited. He's right now moving back to wherever you live, whatever city that is, or town. Or you can affirm that that you're living together. He wants to live with me. 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 And whatever has to happen for that to become true is going to happen. So if that means he has to bring his little happy ass back to your hometown, that's where he's going. Right on back to you, hometown. Okay? You see, you guys have to understand that you're limitless. Okay? You can literally do whatever you want. If you want, that's right, because I said so. If you want gutter trash to leave the whole goddamn state, you can affirm that. No, she's moved out of state. She's literally moved out of state. She's totally moved out of state. And that will become true. I had a client that did that. And he called her and said, "You're not going to believe this. She moved out of state." And she's like, "Really?" Good, Anaya. Good. Now, you're not his close perfect person. You're his perfect girlfriend. Yeah. No, I'm his perfect girlfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He will start to see that. He will start to see that. God, I just love what I do. How much more satisfaction is there? Not me just pausing my whole shit. Dipping my whole screen on accident. You know, I just want to let you know, TikTok is funny where they'll be like, you can stay live for an extra 20 minutes to make 4 extra cents. What the fuck? Oh, thanks, Anaya. Stay the path, right? Stay the path. Keep persisting until it becomes a natural, matter-of-fact thing, okay? You all should have fun with this, okay? If there's a gutter trash, should I just say she doesn't exist or just not think about her at all? Okay, Glana, so I only give realistic advice here, okay? So if you know we refer to third parties as gutter trash here because third parties implies competition. No one competes with gutter trash, okay? Because I only give realistic advice, I've been in your situation, I find it damn near impossible. I hate when people say, just don't think about her. The fuck? Okay, yeah, it's cool not to think about gutter trash until it's confirmed there is one, right? well, hell, some of you guys can't think nothing about gutter trashing when there isn't one. But it's a lot easier to discipline yourself that way, right? Versus once it's confirmed there is, well, that becomes a little bit more of an unrealistic advice to just pretend, just not think about her at all, right? However, what you must do is not view her as an obstacle, okay? So let's say there's gutter trash, right? You can't view gutter trash as being the reason between you, the reason that you and your SP are not together. And well, if I have, you cannot say in your mind, you cannot tell yourself, you cannot have the thought process of, I have to eliminate the gutter trash before we can be together. That is not true. Okay, that's not true. So we don't want to create the assumptions in you that don't benefit you. So instead, we leverage. Okay, this is where we leverage the law and say everyone is me pushed down. So under that notion, I'm constantly choosing versions of people in my reality that I want, with the exception. But now we flip the table when it comes to gutter trash, because we say, okay, what is something that I want to assume about gutter trash? Because she must show up based on my assumptions, okay? So then it's like, well, what do I want to assume? You cannot assume they're controlling or manipulative. That won't benefit you in your manifestation, okay? Because they will have to continue to control and manipulate your SP, and that's not what you want. Even if the evidence is clear as day, it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter. You have to change that. So instead, it's like, well, what is something he cannot stand? What is like a complete deal breaker for him, right? So let's say your SP has children. Well, now you can tell yourself that she actually hates children. She's a raging bitch, and she hates children. Like, she just doesn't like them, right? So therefore, she now, that creates a problem for your SP, right? Or you can say she's batshit crazy. I like that one personally. I think that one works very fast, okay? Is she's crazy. Like, she's literally crazy because she has to become crazy in your reality. Not like certifiable, but like crazy, irrational, okay? And so, because all you have to do is build the wedge between gutter trash and SP. And gutter trash will play her part perfectly. So you also, anyone who has gutter trash should also be assuming that that gutter trash is absolutely jealous of you, because she'll play her part perfectly. So remember, this is where leverage comes into play. So it's like, okay, if she's jealous of me, then she's going to talk about you a lot to your SP, which keeps you very top of mind to your SP, right? Where he's just like, you keep talking about her. I'm not even talking about her, and you keep talking about her. So, you know, so that happens, right? And then you can affirm gutter trash away. So you can say something like, if you think about her, like, she doesn't exist. Like, she's gone away. She doesn't exist. He hates her, actually. She doesn't exist. She's gone away, okay? You can say that, or you can say, he can't stand her. This is what I said. He can't stand her. He's disgusted by her. He wants nothing to do with her. All they do is argue, and he fucking hates her ass, okay? Because once you build the wedge, gutter trash is going to do exactly what you tried to do to save your relationship. Force the 3D. We all know that doesn't work. So the more she forces the 3D, the more he pulls away from her, just like he pulled away from you. And since you're also affirming for you and SP, he comes on home to mama. They play their part very perfectly in aiding in your manifestation. But don't worry about it. This is why I say you should never view gutter trash as an obstacle, okay? As the person standing between you and your SP. Because if you would not do that anymore, then gutter trash could very well be there all the way up until the last leg of your manifestation. But whatever has to happen for you guys to be in a relationship, including gutter trash going back to the dumpster she crawled out of, is exactly what's going to happen, okay? It's going to happen naturally though, if you'll persist, okay? So it's not like it's not like you're just gonna banish them out of the equation and like the same day they just float off in a, drift off into the fucking sunset. You know what I mean? That's not how that works, okay? But if you'll persist, Exactly, Janelle, because if you'll persist, you'll see the progression, right? You'll see the progression. You'll see conflict in paradise. All of a sudden there's conflict, right? And then the conflict will start to grow and grow and grow. The distance is being further away, right? Just like you guys. And then now he's thinking about you. Now he's talking to you again. Now he's coming. You guys are constantly hanging out. Natural progression to a relationship. And now whatever's standing in between you and your SP goes away. Okay? So that's all you have to see it as. I'm sure he did, AJ. That's right. Yeah. Okay, Nina, let's think logically here. Okay? Unless you're in some like very weird relationship with you and your SP. Logically, how would you have met Gutter Trash, right? That would be weird. You know, unless you're like in a small ass town and you went to school with her. Like, that would be weird. Okay, so that's how it was with me. I didn't even know her name. Okay, didn't matter. It didn't matter. I'd be like she, and your subconscious mind knows what she you're referring to. Okay, and absolutely, that was an assumption I had. But then I also remind myself that I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So my job is not to question shit. Not a damn thing. For what? For what? I don't need to. Right? And so I absolutely created that assumption. And this is where you guys don't have to worry about questioning anything, looking for confirmation when it comes to that type of stuff. All of that stuff, because it will all be confirmed naturally to you. It will all be confirmed naturally to you. Why you spent all this fucking bullshit time of yours worrying and panicking and questioning everything, and then all of a sudden you finally get a grip and discipline your mind, and then it comes full circle, and then everything you spent all this frivolous time worrying about and wavering on to find out that you didn't have to do any of that shit because it was playing its part perfectly the entire time, right? But who the hell is going to call you and be like, hey, I just want to give you like Gutter Trash update? Like we argued today, just so you know. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do that, okay? But it will all be confirmed. It will all be confirmed. In fact, they will repeat a lot of what you said back to you. Ask me how I know that, okay? They often will repeat your affirmations back to you. And so that's the fun part. That's the best part. And AJ, of course he did. Of course he just called you. Oh, man, I'm good. Man, I'm proud of you, girl. I'm proud of you, girl. I'm proud of you. Of course you did, girl. But it looks hot. It looks hot. Okay, AJ. Do you remember what you told me on our call? Which is why I don't even know when you talk again. What did you say about your profile picture on the call? Right? She literally said that she went and took herself out for the weekend. Got all done up all cute, took a couple pictures in her hotel room. Hey, I'm just going to put your business on here, who cares? And changed the profile picture. And who noticed your profile picture? And that's why she changed it. Oh man, this is so much fun. This is so much fun. And manifesting for people, let me tell you, that's even funner. That's even funner. How to affirm that my SP is no longer seeing women on dating sites. Hard not to spy. I have no idea how you'd even find an SP on, I don't even know how you'd even find your SP on dating apps. Maybe I'm just like not that tech savvy. Because I thought you would have to like match or some shit. But anyway, apparently not. Melinda, there's a couple things you can do, okay? You could be like, well, there's a couple things you could do. It's like, every woman he talks to on dating sites discuss him. Like, they're all crazy. They're all crazy. I'm convinced of that, actually. If you met your SP on a dating site, I'm sorry. But in my reality, I think there's nothing but crazy people in there. That's my assumption, though. And it's played out every time I've gone on dates on there. So you can say that. You could say no woman even messaged him on dating. Like, no one finds him attractive. No one finds him attractive but me. I'm the only one. The thought of even going on a dating site disgusts him. It like totally disgusts him. No one messages him on those sites anyway. There's no reason to go on. You should all do that. If you guys are insecure about your man, you should all have part of your story about him is that no one even finds him attractive but you. No one even likes my SP but me. No one finds him, no one thinks he's hot except me. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. I told SP's photo he was going live on TikTok tonight. Guess he's lying. That's right, Jessica Lou. You guys can tell your SP whatever the fuck you want to tell them. Whatever you want to tell them. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So, for some of you guys, like, let's think leveraging, right? Like, how can we leverage this and say, okay, let's take what Jessica Lou did. I challenge all of you guys to do the same thing, not going live on TikTok, but I would challenge you guys to tell your SP to do something. Let's say you can, let's be honest. Let's say that you can't get the fuck off their social media. Then why don't you tell them to put something specific on there? Something specific you have no resistance to. So don't be like you're putting our picture up. you're putting your picture up on social media, our picture up on social media. You don't do that. But you can literally tell him something you would have no resistance to. Like you really, and resistance, no resistance means you don't really care or either way it goes. Like it's not going to impact your life. Okay. But if you insist on spying on them, you may as well control it and be like, look at, I think you guys should all do this. Look at this picture and be like, especially if you can't stop looking at social media. Be like, you're posting what you ate for dinner tonight. You're posting what you eat for dinner tonight. You're going to post what you eat for dinner tonight on Instagram, whatever, right? Because I think if you would do something too that you had zero resistance to, or you're going to post a picture of you wearing a red shirt, okay? The thing that you would have no resistance to, because you don't care either way it goes, but then all of a sudden he does that, then it's like, oh, oh shit, okay. So just like I did this, I can have him actually text me, right? Because some of you have resistance there, which I don't understand why, but some of you guys have resistance there versus, okay, I really don't care if he puts a picture of what he ate on social media. Because then you'll find out. You'll find out. Hold on, let me take this picture because somebody got me yesterday. So let me take a picture of your name here. Where the fuck did you go? Oh my gosh, where did you go? I don't know. Christina Mendoza. Yeah, okay, hold on. Here's this picture. Okay. Yeah, so basically when people want me to manifest for them, I do the photo method and a couple other things, okay? But the main thing is the photo method, and me and your SP have a chat, okay? So I don't have, we have a chat daily, twice, sometimes 3 times a day. We'll have a chat, okay? Well, it's a one-way chat, but we have a chat. I have a little pep talk with your SP, and I continue to have a pep talk with your SP, okay? So you'll see movement. You'll start to see movement, but you have to play your part, because I can bring them to your door, but I can't control the version that will show up, okay? All right, same with you, Charlize. I can't show the version of that SP that will show up. Okay, all I can do is, and no, I don't stop at contact and be like, the rest is up to you. I don't do that, okay? But instead, what I will do is I will start, that's why I asked what's your current situation, are you in contact or no contact? So based on where you're at in your relationship, then I will go ahead and give them commands on certain things that they have, that I need them to do, right? What I expect them to do for you, right? So the reason why it works so great is so the reason this works so great is I don't have any resistance to your SPs. Like, I have no resistance. I could really give a shit less about them, right? I don't. So because I know you guys are amazing, I assume they're an amazing person. Why the fuck would you want them back, right? So I don't have like an asshole as perception of them, you know. I forget that, Patriot. So I don't have like the version of them that you guys seem to persist in. So I look at them in a different light, and I think that they're amazing for you, right? And I tell their ass that too. But I tell them that they're your perfect person, right? It's one of the things I tell them, to try and help you guys out. And then I manifest them back in steps, okay, for you. So it's like, she got contact, great. So I don't stop there, okay? The link's in my bio. So I don't stop there. You get contact, great. Okay, now I continue and I persist until, and I don't just stick with contact. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, they conform. Okay. Yeah, at least 2 times a day. Yeah, but you guys have to lower the resistance. So a lot of people will. I did notice a lot of people do put time limits on it, like they'll do it for 30 days or whatever. I don't, but I might have to if some of you guys won't drop your resistance level, because some of y'all piss me the fuck off. You piss me off. Where it's like, I may put a time limit on it, because I need you guys to play your part, okay? Because sometimes it could get worse before it gets better. It depends. Okay. It depends, because whatever has to happen naturally for it to happen is exactly what's going to happen. Okay. So, but oftentimes not. Oftentimes it doesn't get worse before getting better. It may appear that it's getting worse, but it's not. Okay. But this is why I need you guys to play your part and assign positive meaning to fucking everything. Positive meaning to everything. Because if you think, and this is why I probably will put a time limit on it, to be quite honest. Because if you think I'm going to sit here for the next fucking 30 days and affirm for them to contact you, because every time they contact you, you fuck it up, and then they ghost you again. And then now here we are doing the same thing again. And now I've got to go back and do the contact, and then they contact you again, and then you can't control your fucking self. So then you spiral and you do all this bullshit and you push them back away. You know what I'm saying? Like that, to me, I'm not going to play those games. I'm not going to play those games. Okay. So it's like, at some point I'm going to be like, look, clearly you're not evolved. Clearly you haven't learned shit, and clearly you can't control yourself. So I'm going to pack this manifesting shit up for you, and you come back and play again. when you're ready to get a grip, when you're ready to change, when you're ready to do things differently. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, because you're good, Joe. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. And that's where I know a lot of people say that. I just need, if I could just have this part back, I've got it. And I said, you have to make sure. Like, that's why we start now, right? But that's why we start now. Okay? Because when you start, that's where we start controlling how you react to shit now. Because like I tell you guys can't even fucking control how you respond to people in the WhatsApp group that you don't even fucking know. So it's like, you can't, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't control how the fuck you talk to strangers, let alone somebody else. It depends. It's up to you. It's up to you, doodles. Typically, if you do the manifest for you, I will jump on a quick call with you, right, to give you some guidance and to pick your brain a little bit, okay? So there's that, okay? But this is like where it's like, look, I tell you guys, why don't you practice shutting the fuck up and being nice and sweet and to people in the freaking group? Why don't you try that for starters? But you guys can't fucking discipline yourself over and over and over and over and over again. That you're talking shit to people you don't barely even know, let alone an SP that you actually give a shit about. Trust me, if you are lying to your fucking self, if you think, no, I would never talk to my SP that way, you're fucking lying to yourself. 1,000,000%. 1,000,001 fucking %. You're lying to yourself. Because it's a lot easier, like it should not be a lot easier for you to pop off on strangers and be rude and disrespectful and tear them apart than somebody you don't even fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So you need to get a grip and grow up. That's what you need to do. You need to grow up. Hey, Kimmy Fine's beautiful. Because it's annoying as shit. You have to put yourself, you're one person, okay? So I want you to put yourself in my shoes, in my admin shoes, and ask yourself, how fucking annoying is it to feel like you are on a child's playground, like babysitting hundreds of people? Like all we're doing is babysitting hundreds of people. The fuck is that? Like, you need a nanny, bitch? You need a nanny? Is that what you need? Like, that's so stupid. That is so dumb. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting to my admins to deal with, to have to police people because they can't control themselves and just focus on what the fuck they want. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's like, I don't understand. Like, I used to volunteer at my daughter's school when she was in elementary school. I used to volunteer at that school for 2 hours. I was fucking all done after 2 hours. 30 kids. I was like, oh, I'm good. I don't even know. I have a whole new level of respect for teachers because I was like, who the fuck wants to deal with these fucking children? These annoying ass children. For a long time. Who wants to deal with that shit for a long time? I'm good. Yeah, see, I'm like, I am solid on that shit. Like, no thanks. I was done after 2 hours, let alone my admins and stuff having to police hundreds of fucking adults that act like children. Like, that's so stupid. And so you need to grow up. Oh man, I'm telling you. That's what they said, Cece. They said the number one thing about why teachers hate their jobs is they said it isn't the children, it's the parents that also refuse to believe that their child is different at school. I was like, how the fuck is that hard to believe? I would 100%, if the teacher came and told me about my child, I'd 100% believe their ass. Why? Because of course she wouldn't act that way at home. You know what I'm saying? Because they're different when they're at fucking school than they are when they're in front of their parents, but apparently that's parents. Yeah, exactly. They think you're making shit up when it comes to their kids. Like, oh yeah, I have a vendetta. Oh, I have a vendetta against this 9-year-old. Yeah, and it's called lying. I wrote a book. It's called, I have the same book. I'm a best-selling author, in case you don't know, on Amazon. I have a shit ton of books, but actually I have one book that has 8 different covers. It's a lie detection book. It's like how to tell if somebody's lying to you. And so I have like, is he cheating? That's for women that want to know if their man's cheating. I have liar, liar, pants on fire. That's to know, obviously, is children lying to you? I think it's great. I think it's great. If you want to become a best-selling author, I'll tell you how to do that, Cece. It's actually very simple and it's fail-proof. So, yeah, Charlies. I mean, most of them are in here. Okay. Like you'll see them in here, posting their successes. So like I started working with AJ, like last week or something like that? Well, I know that's because there's a trick, Cece. Got to trick the system, leverage. But, and so, most people, 6 people got contacts from their SPs when they were in no contact. They got contact with their SPs within about 48 to 72 hours max. Okay, one person went from apps. She was just in here earlier today. Okay, she went from no contact, wasn't talking to her SP, to spending within 48 hours, spending the best night of her, spending a perfect weekend with her SP. And then she was worried that he wasn't going to go to Spain, and well, they weren't going to go get their passport things to go to Spain, and she had an appointment scheduled, and she's like, should I keep the appointment? Should I cancel it? Should I ask him if he's going? I said, ask him for what? I breathe down your throats to not ask them a goddamn question, because if you ask them a question, you don't know the answer, so you're going to get the answer you don't want. And so she said, okay, I won't do it. So, of course, now I have to work with her to find out the next step of this, because she ran into an issue. But first of all, he showed up to that appointment. He showed up to that appointment. Of course he did. And he wants to move to Spain with her when they were in no contact. Okay, this all was in like, what, 6 days. 6 days. Okay. And so now she ran into a hiccup when it comes to getting their stuff to go to move to Spain. And so now I have to contact her and find out what the hiccup is and what's the way around it. So therefore, and really I don't give a shit what it is, but what do you think I was affirming for? For him for the steps, for one, contact, right? Spending time together and showing up and wanting to move to Spain, which he confirmed that to her, and showing up to the Spain passport office with her. Every one of them came. So now I'm like, well, now fuck. What do we do? now I got to figure it out. So now I got to figure out the next steps. So I think I'm just going to affirm, or I'm just going to tell him that he's moving to Spain, that they're moving to Spain, right? Because whatever has to happen for that to become true will happen, So there's that part. Then I have another person who they've all gotten contact. Well, the small group of people that I started with have gotten contact. Another person went from, they're seeing massive movement every day, a fair amount of them. Some people, it's stalled a little bit, but it's okay. They have to play their part, okay? And so because of that, we just have to backtrack a little bit. But I have basically a chatty chat with your SPs every day, twice a day, at least twice a day, okay? And because I don't have resistance to your SP. I don't know them from Adam. Like, I have no thoughts about them one way or another. There's no old story. Yeah, they're here, Michael, but maybe I'll take you up on that eventually. Maybe I'll take you up on that. But so I don't have any old history with them, so there's no old version of them. There ain't none of that shit. I really just don't give a crap. It's not that I don't care. I care about you guys. And so I just have the assumption that why would you manifest an asshole back? Right? That's right. It's like yeah. It's like talking to your plants. Exactly. I talk to my plants. I talk to my hummingbirds too. I'm a hummingbird whisperer, just in case you guys are curious about my personal life. I have like a shit ton of hummingbirds. They're loyal to me, and I make my own hummingbird food because I love hummingbirds, and that's going to actually be my next tattoo is going to be a hummingbird because I have them. Yeah, I will. My friend got me the little hand thing so they can come and eat off my little fingers. I got swings for them. They like to just shit on top of the swing, though. They don't like to actually sit on the swing. They like to sit on top of the swings and then just shit. But my friend, she's got bigger eyes, and she's like, I don't even know how. And I've tried it. People have tried to come for my hummingbirds. I've tried to have competition in my neighborhood where all of a sudden they're putting their fucking, oh, see, look at this, Susan. I'm getting one. But they try to put hummingbird feeders up too. And I was like, fuck you. My hummingbirds are loyal to me. I even have a big yellow bird that's confused and thinks he's a hummingbird. He thinks he's a hummingbird. He sits on the opposite side as my hummingbirds. and eats the food with them. He's confused. But yeah. So basically, if you have any red food in your hummingbird feeders, you don't do it. It's just sugar and water. Sugar and water. 1 part sugar, 4 parts water. Yeah, except Sanchi, mine stay all year. Mine stay all year long. Because they're supposed to fly south for the winter, not mine. They flew south, Southern California, bitch. Oh, yes, I will do that, Lisa. Any advice on how to truly ignore? Yeah, Julie, you cannot completely ignore the 3D. You can't. Because you're living in it. You know, I don't give unrealistic advice here. It's impossible for you to ignore something you're living in every single day, unless you're just blind, right? Then if that's the case, well, then yeah, it's probably a lot easier to ignore, okay? But instead, what you have to do is learn how to control it, okay? Learn how to control it. And the way you control it is by assigning meaning to everything that you want it to mean. What is it you want to mean? What is it that you want things to mean? So I got like everything for me was a fucking sign. Everything was a sign. Everything was a sign. Okay, where I'm like, I saw one bird, I was like, okay, he's thinking about me. If I saw 2 like butterflies, falcons, birds, and if I saw 2 of them, oh yeah, my manifestation is here. Oh yeah, he wants to be with me. Yeah, everything was a fucking sign. Everything was a sign. So there's nothing to react to if everything is a sign. Okay? And if I could not react, and this is where I tell you guys, you know my story. If you've been here, if you don't know my story, head on over to my YouTube channel, because I don't really talk about it here anymore because that's old story and I don't need to keep it here, you know. But if you head over to my YouTube channel, scroll past all the TikTok lives, you'll see it's a 35-minute video. I'm pretty sure it's called, I told you I was going to grab the damn title of that. I'm pretty sure it's called How I Manifested My SP Back. It's a 35-minute video where I give you my whole story, okay? So if I could not react to my 3D, then you have no fucking excuse. You have no excuse when I had to see shit every fucking day. Every day. And then I, couldn't get enough of it, so I put myself in things where I even had to see that every day. But I didn't react. This wasn't something I had to try to do. I wouldn't react. And if I did, because I'm not, well, I'm pretty close to perfect. Which you are all close to perfect too. But even if I found myself in something that I would have reacted to, or if I did react, there's a delay for a reason, for your protection, right? So if I did something and I reacted to something I didn't like, because we're human, that's where affirming comes in. I would affirm. Affirm, 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 affirm. Nope. Affirm, 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 affirm. That never happened. Affirm, 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 affirm. Then there's nothing to react to. See, this is where I don't understand. This is where I don't understand. Okay. Unless your SP, yes, unless your SP lives right next fucking door to you, what the hell are you reacting to in your 3D? What is there to react to in your 3D unless you're putting yourself in a position to react to something, right? So like, there's nothing, unless you work with this person, have to see them every fucking day, or they live next door to you, there's no reason you should be reacting to a goddamn thing in your reality. What are you reacting to? What are you reacting to? The weather outside? Well, then you recreate them. Charlie's, then you recreate them. Okay? You reacting to the weather outside, you're reacting to what? What the fuck are you reacting to? The silence is good because you should take that time to focus on yourself, because if you take that time to focus on yourself, then there's nothing built, there's nothing guilt, there's nothing there. The only reason why you guys are reacting to the 3D is because you're doing things in the 3D to give yourself something to react to. So you're checking their social media, you're checking to see if they're online on WhatsApp, you're checking to see if they're online, period. Who gives a shit if they're online? So what? So what? But you're reacting to all of that. Oh, I see they're online for 3 hours. And they're not talking to me? Well, now they can't talk to you. Kudos to you. Now they can't fucking talk to you. Oh, I see he's online on WhatsApp and he's been online because you have nothing else to do with your goddamn life. Okay, yeah. Oh, I can see that they've been online on WhatsApp for the past 5 hours. Oh, and they're not talking to me. Kudos to you, because now, bitch, guess what? They can't. Oh, he posted this online. Oh, he changed his relationship. What the fuck are you triggered by? What are you triggered by? Watching them live their life? Social media is not real. It is not real. Who the fuck puts their trash online? They don't. They don't. They never put their shit online unless they're kids. They don't put their shit online at all. Okay, so all they do is post their best life, what appears to be a great life. They only post when they go out to dinner. They only post when they're out. They only post when they're feeling themselves. Things like, because it's not real. It's not real, which is why you'll see so many people that will get that so many celebrities look like they have literally the perfect life online. Then all of a sudden, People magazine publishes that they're getting a divorce, not according to their Instagram 1 week ago. Did you guys ever see Jessica Alba having a problem with her husband online on her social media? No, but then one day she's with a whole nother man. One day she's just instantly with a whole nother guy. They just came public. Because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but you let social media fuck with your thoughts all day long, all day long. You let social media fuck with here. If there's gutter trash in the picture, you guys are so worried about what's online, but for all you know, they could have put that shit online, and right now they're arguing batshit crazy. She's packing up her shit and leaving. For all you know. But no, she can't do that. Why? Because you're obsessing over her on your SP's social media channel. For fucking what? For what? You're sitting there seeing that they're on WhatsApp, but and they're not talking to you. For all you know, they're sitting there kicking gutter trash's ass to the fucking curb on social media. That's what they're talking about. For all you know, Patriot, the reason why that happened is because she's tired of people asking her about it. Maybe she deleted those because she can't wait to have pictures of the new wedding with you. There's no meaning. You guys have to remember this. There is no meaning other than the meaning you give it. Nothing has meaning. There's no facts in this fucking world. There's no meaning until you give it a meaning. So you look at that they removed a picture, then you're like, oh, so she's trying to erase me from her past, huh? She's trying to act like I don't exist. If that's the meaning you want to give it, then you keep giving it that meaning. But you're proving yourself right. 100% of the time, you will prove yourself right. So what do you want to be proven right about? No, she just took them down because she wants our relationship to be personal. To be personal. She wants to keep our marriage to ourselves and not have to blast all over social media because she took them down because she wants a new marriage. Because when she comes back now, that she's ready to get married and have a new marriage, a fresh one, renew our vows. That's why she took that shit down. See how easy it is to flip shit around? I love you, Cam Fines. It's real easy to flip shit around. I don't understand why it's hard to do that. I became very good at it. For me, I only ever saw what the fuck I wanted to see. Whatever I wanted to see, everything had the meaning I wanted to give it. And I had to see that shit every fucking day in my face. In my face. But you know what I did? I started getting real good at assigning only meaning that I want to everything. Only the meaning I wanted to every fucking thing. And then guess what happened? I love that, Cammy Fives. Because then guess what happened? It all played out. It kept me under control. That's what this is about. It's not about you, or it's not about them. This is about you assigning only the meaning you want to every fucking thing. For everything. Because guess what? That's going to become true for you because that's the meaning you're giving it. And guess what? It doesn't. This speeds up your manifestation because only everything in your life is all positive, 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 positive meaning. Every fucking thing. That's the only thing you should be delusional about. It's the only thing you should be delusional about at all. Because you can't sit there and tell me I'm tired of you. I'm fucking tired of you guys coming on here and telling me some bullshit. Like literally, because that's when you know it's bullshit. Where you'll sit there and tell me, you will be so dead set and relentless on the fact that I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything right. I am doing everything right. That's impossible. That's impossible. It is. It's impossible. Because a lot of you guys may think you're doing everything right. But the problem you're having is you're listening to what other people are telling you. And that's still running on repeat. So you have to change that. You have to change a lot of different things. And you have to be honest with yourself and stop fucking reacting. Stop reacting to every fucking thing that they do and don't do. I don't give a shit. They leave you on red. I don't care. So what? So fucking what? They left me on red. Okay, great. I know. Why wouldn't they? Why would they have read my message? They read my message instantly. The minute I send it, they read my message. And clearly, he's obviously too busy, so he'll respond. In fact, he's going to respond right now. Why not give it that fucking meaning instead? What's the worst that can happen? They respond. Huh? But as long as you view being left on red and you're like, oh, I can't believe he's not responding. Oh, he obviously doesn't care enough about what I had to say to respond. Well, now he can't respond. Now he can't respond. So you need to stop. You need to stop what you're doing. I tell you guys, be honest with yourselves. Be honest with yourself. How can you change if you're not honest with yourself and you're just lying to yourself? That's what I hate. I hate that the manifestation community tells you to walk around town and be 100% fucking delusional. Just be delulu about everything. Well, yeah, you should when you're manifesting, be delusional about assigning meaning to everything, the only meaning that I want it to mean. But then again, I don't like the term delusional because delusional implies that it is not true. So, no. You should act as if it's true, yeah. But I give everything a fucking meaning. I give everything a meaning that I want it to mean and only what I want it to mean. I don't give a shit about anything else. I'm not going to ask for what? For fucking what? I'd rather give it the meaning I want. And then when I see them online, I give a whole nother meaning. Because I don't give a shit. And every time I'm right. Because I give it the meaning that I want. I discipline myself. Because I want what I want. And if I have to discipline every fucking thing, I'm going to go after what I want. And nothing and nobody is going to stand in my way. So you should not have any obstacles. You should not have any of that shit. Because who the fuck are you going to let, how the hell are you going to let somebody or something stand in the way between you and getting what the hell you want? I don't think so. I don't think so. You've got to go. I'm going to change you. I'm going to change you. I'm going to change you. Because I don't give a shit. And so you guys need to stop giving a shit. Stop doing that. Stop caring about all that nonsense. Stop assigning negative meaning to every fucking thing that they do and they don't do. That is so damn annoying. Over and over again, you do that over and over and over again. Is you can't help yourself but think the worst in them. Think the worst. But then in the same breath, you'll be like, no. I'm persisting imperfect boyfriend. Oh, really? Oh, really? So if you were persisting imperfect boyfriend, why on earth would you give your being left on red a negative ass meaning? Why would you be checking? Why would you be looking at them, ignoring you and giving that a negative ass meaning if you're persisting imperfect boyfriend? Why is your mind giving things negative meaning after negative meaning after negative meaning? Why? If you're persisting imperfect boyfriend. This is where the honesty comes into play. This is where you need to be honest with yourself and say, okay, yeah, you're right. I've been lying to myself for far too long. So somewhere I'm not finding it appropriate, or somewhere I'm not connecting the two. Because if I really was only persisting and seeing the perfect version of my SP, then I wouldn't be questioning that. I wouldn't be giving that a negative meaning. I wouldn't be questioning that. And I wouldn't be questioning that. Would you? No, you wouldn't. Because you didn't do any of that when you were with your SP in the beginning. When everything was great. And this is why I always tell you guys to go back to that time. But when everything was great in your relationship with you and your SP, did you question shit? No, you didn't. You didn't question a damn thing. You didn't give negative meaning to shit. In fact, I guarantee you, none of the stuff that you care about now, you gave a shit about when you were in a relationship with them. I highly doubt you did. I don't think, and if you did, that's part of your problem. I don't think when you were in a relationship and you were in love and he was perfect for you, that you freaking sat there and you were like, why didn't you post on social media today? Why were you on Facebook for 5 hours today? Huh? Is that what you do? Is that what you do? No, you don't. No, you don't. So you can't do that. Brahma, they say they were better. They say this is where, manifestation used to be easy for you guys, but it was just everything you didn't want. Everything you didn't want, right? People will say that they were better at manifesting before they discovered it, because the minute they discover how to consciously manifest, now they suffocate shit. They question everything that they're doing, saying, am I doing this right? Oh my God, I wavered 1 second and I fucked it up. And oh my God, I didn't do this. Oh, why did I do this? Oh, they're doing that, all of that. Oh, I need a technique after technique. This isn't working, so let me try something else. Let me do 55 different things. That's why that's happening. Because you're getting too stuck in your own head about it. Well, thanks, Miss Christie. You're getting way too stuck in your own head. You're overthinking every fucking thing. But before you learned how to consciously manifest, you didn't do that at all. You walked around life. Thanks, kitty girl. You walked around life and just had thoughts. That's why I can't stand people that say your thoughts don't manifest. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay? All you did was think about things consistently. And it pushed out, and it pushed out, and it pushed out. You caused your breakup because you started questioning them. You started questioning their behavior, their actions, because you created that, because that's the version that you selected. And then towards the end of your relationship, you started questioning how he felt about you, if he was going to break up with you, how if he even loved you anymore. And then guess what? The breakup. He confirmed it all. just everything you didn't want. So that's where I tell you guys, all you have to do to get something different is do exactly what you did the first time around, but the opposite. But the opposite. Instead of thinking of the worst of him, instead of thinking the worst of and expecting the worst of him and thinking the worst behavior about him, if you would flip that shit and start expecting the best behavior from him, the greatest version of him, then guess what you would get more of? That. Just like you got more of the asshole version, the more and more you thought about him that way. The more and more you thought about how he's disrespecting you and not treating you right, you're selecting asshole version. And it gets worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse. And can you manifest your diabetes go away? Yes, 1,000% you can. Okay? You cannot, what you need, there's a lot of people in here that have done that. You need to, what you need to do is you need to tell yourself something different. I'm not saying get off your medication yet. However, when somebody told you you were diabetic or had diabetes or whatever they tell you, you chose to accept that from your doctor. You chose to accept that. And I don't care what evidence they showed you, it's irrelevant. Okay, but the fact is you chose to accept what they said as true for you. So because of that, that's why you still have it. So you can tell yourself something different right now. Like what diabetes? I'm not actually, I've always had perfect health. The doctor made a mistake. Or you can tell yourself that your diabetes has gone away. My diabetes has completely gone away. It's gone away. And it will. Because your body only answers to one entity. It isn't medication. Your mind. Which is why when your mind shuts down, guess what your body does? It shuts down too, okay? Because it stops functioning because it only answers to your mind. It only knows what you tell yourself. So medication isn't what's working. It's your assumption of the medication that works, okay? They could literally give you diabetes medication and tell you that's what it is and literally have it only be a sugar pill. But it's because of it's your assumption that that medication is going to do the job. That's what works. It isn't the medication itself, okay, at all. It's not. Those are just chemicals in your body. Just like none of you would ever need the GLP-1 shot if you would just tell yourself that you have it. Like you could literally, don't do this, okay? But you could literally get pills and be like, yeah, this is like the GLP-1 shot. My body responds the same, right? Or whatever. So it's the placebo effect. Okay, so that's all medication is. It doesn't work. It's not the medication that works. It's your assumption of the medication that works. Okay, which is why if it was a medication, they'd have a 100% success rate across the board, but they don't. And that's because it isn't the medication, right? Just like if you're going through chemo, it isn't the chemo that's working. It's your assumption of it that works. Versus people that doubt, right? Therefore, it doesn't work. Okay, it always boils down to your assumption of it. So if you would just tell yourself and identify as having the opposite, you'll have exactly the opposite. Okay, things change. Yeah, all you have to do is identify yourself. Yeah, go ahead, Red. You can send me a DM. Yeah. So I would definitely reverse that. If you can hear your doctor's voice, you can hear your doctor call you. You can hear your doctor telling you that he made a mistake. Actually, I made a mistake. There's nothing wrong with you. Your eye is totally fine, right? Because it will go away. Okay, there's so many things that you can do. Don't accept what they have to say. Don't accept what they have to say, Lisa. Because if you accept what they say, then you have to work in overtime to kick that shit out. When who the hell wants to do that shit? Who wants to hear that? You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, start telling yourself the opposite. The opposite. Okay, like he doesn't know what he's talking about. My eye is fine. My eyes are perfectly healthy. My eyes are perfectly healthy. and it will be. Okay. Yeah, you do need to persist with your SP. I'm competitive. So, like Flashy said on here today, she's now viewing the gutter trash as motivation. Who do you want to win? You want some other bitch to come and swoop up your SP? Or do you want them? So persist. Persist, persist, persist. Because someone is subconsciously manifesting your SP. Right? Because they're all good looking. I've seen your pictures. They're all good looking. So if they see your SP and they're like, damn, he's hot. Well, guess what? Someone's they're just subconsciously doing it. So there's a lot of wavering because they're not aware of what they're doing. You, on the other hand, are. Exactly, Kelly. Exactly. Yeah, Dominic, I couldn't lose weight if my life, I could eat a salad for the day and I couldn't lose weight if my life depended on it. Because I identified myself, because I kept calling myself fat, because I thought if I identified myself as being overweight, it would hurt my feelings if other people called me fat. And because of that, I could literally eat a salad for the day and I would gain weight. Like, nothing. Until I started telling myself the opposite. Like, no. I can eat whatever I want and I lose weight. I can eat whatever I want and I lose weight. And sure enough, I dropped over 100 pounds in 11 months. No diet, no exercise. That's how I got my start in the manifestation community. All right. So I got a jet. I have one phone call I got to make really fast before I have, other people that I need to be on too. Okay. So I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, don't trip. I load them up. I put them all on YouTube so you can check them out on the tube of you and subscribe while you're there. Also, if you want me to manifest your SP for you and hit the easy button, I'm good at it. Then go ahead and all links are in my bio, okay? So you can have me manifest your SP for you. Love you too, girl. And if you want to book just a one-on-one coaching call with me so that we can figure out where you're going wrong so that you can get yourself right, then go ahead and do that as well. All right? All right, guys. I love you, and I'll see you all tomorrow. All right? Bye, besties. Oh, Erica, if you had any questions about the hypnosis too, just let me know, okay? And I'll answer them for you. All right? Bye, besties. Love you. Oh, shit. What happened? Oh, Christ. Oh, well, now I can't close it because WhatsApp is open. Oh, Christ. I don't know how to do this. Oh, there we go.